Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Live from the Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master this morning, or this afternoon, depending on where you are. Today, we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign, playing Jeff Talanian's very, very cool Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea, 2nd edition. And with me this afternoon, whenever you're listening, are the stars of the Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign, Reavers of Thule. And I'll go in the order that I've got you guys from the top left to the top right. We are down one player today. And as a result of that, we're not having the normal intro, which is Hobbs starting to talk while we're going live. So Hobbs is in spirit. But first up is Colin.
Hello, yes, I will be playing Kane the Hammerer. He's now a 3rd level fighter, and he's raring to go.
Nice. Next up is George.
I am George Drayton. I'm playing MacLeod Black, who is a Chimeric Celt Warlock, also now 3rd level, and very excited to try out his new spell.
Excellent. And what spell did he pick?
I picked Ray of Enfeeblement.
Oh.
Which has some very interesting mechanics.
Nice.
So excited to see how it goes.
Cool. Next up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen Walker. I'm playing Yason Chimerian Berserker. I have 6 hit points right now, so we'll see how long Yason lasts.
Yes, and your healer is actually gone today.
Yeah.
One of your healers. I'm not sure.
One of the
is here too. Next up is Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Amar, who is a Sikh warrior from 18th century Earth.
With a shiny new cloak too.
Oh, I love the cloak.
Next up is Carl.
Hello, I'm Carl. I'm playing Iphigenia Aken Todoros. She is also a warlock, but a death dealer warlock, specializing in necromancy. I also made 3rd level last time, but I have not chosen a 2nd level spell because I didn't know how you were doing that.
They think it because I wasn't sure I was ever going to live to see it. So
that too. I was down to like 2 hit points last time. I don't think I am now.
Bit of a dodgy fight last time. Yeah. All right, and last but not least is Robert.
Hi, I'm playing Reagan, a Viking. Sorry, what do they call them? Norse, Celtic woman who is a rune graver, and she is 62 points away from 3rd level. 62 serious points.
What kind of CGDM doesn't give you 62 points?
That's right.
And by the way, Kevin, just so you know, the rune she got at 2nd level was command, so she has enlargement and command.
Enlargement and command. Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
I've seen, it's weird. I don't know if it's just the games I'm running lately, but I've seen enlarged person in like 3 different campaigns in the last little while too. Which means I get to make that Apache Chief sound a lot. Okay, so everybody starts with, as always, everyone starts with the point of Astonishing Fortune. And in addition, if someone wants to give us a recap of what happened last session, they're going to get another point of Astonishing Fortune.
I think that's going to go to our official...
First off, of course, we need to first start with the traditional way of always starting this, which is to say, Yason will regale us with one of his compositions.
Excellent. Yeah, like any good Tolkien character, Yason is a spontaneous poet and just starts in poetry sometimes. So here we go. This one is not about our accomplishments so much as almost dying last time. R8 life, never let me go, that oral accompaniments never cease to dog my steps. Drip, drip, drip of ceaseless caves and caverns, the howl of wolves going their wild ways, the cold and moldy quiet of crunching through the taiga, the blood-red roar of battle, matchless rage. And if fortune favors the bold, it finds my boldness doubly overmatched, battle-born and bolder still by my burning breast redoubled. Blaze with life, Yason, born beneath a brighter star, and burn until the burning eternal be, with rage and iron fortitude, on our Reavers' way in bleak Thule.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right. So last session, what happened? I think everyone got along. There was candy involved.
Yes. And dollies and fairy princesses.
We
All the
continued.
spiders.
Exactly. We continued exploring through those caverns. Ran into some tiny spiders, relatively tiny.
Yep.
Raven did some exploration on her own and went up to check out another area. Ultimately, we realized there must be a mother spider somewhere around here.
Mhm.
So we set out to do some more mapping. We don't have our mapper this week, so we're going to get totally lost. But we managed to find some more areas of the complex, and we ultimately did run into the mother of all spiders. And it was a very, very pitched battle against her.
it
lost Jason.
It was a tense fight. There were 2 times that the spider rolled to hit 5 AC, and my AC is 4. So
Yeah. Oh, I had
You had been blessed or something, hadn't you?
That's right.
yeah,
Or the other way around, they had been
cast
cursed.
I think they had been a bane.
Yeah,
So
I
there's
think-
-1 to hit, but yeah, that really did make a difference in those rolls. Holy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is excellent. George, you get a point of Astonishing Fortune.
Excellent. Thank you.
And we'll give you one for the epic poem as well.
Excellent. I'm going to
So
need
you
it.
just give him one for showing up with a newborn.
Yeah, well, I think it's rare that we end up with half the party having their Astonishing Fortune points left anyway. So
It's true.
it seems like they're getting good use. All right, so after that last fight, it does appear that several of our stalwart adventurers are pretty bloodied. Do you remember what else you found after that bloody melee with the spider?
I've got a hammer.
So
Right.
there's Kane's
Yeah.
new hammer.
You know what? That's not on your character sheet, too. I fucked up, Colin. I totally forgot about that.
That's all right. I've written it. I've got it on my hard copy. Rest
Okay,
assured.
perfect.
And then we have a staff made of blackened coral
Yep.
Mhm.
and a locked wooden box that Prada was unable to open.
Mhm.
Which had symbols that were Hyperborean.
Right.
Yes.
That we recognize.
Yeah, in design. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
we couldn't figure that out, so we're going to bring that to Tuleborg and see if we can find someone, maybe the Sages Guild, to see if they know anything about it. You can tell us anything about it.
Yeah,
That's not what
so I think-
you're supposed to say that we figured it out, but Kevin, we couldn't quite remember. Could you,
That's what I meant to say.
We had someone else asking another game, but like, oh, what did you give us last time? I'm like, I have fucking no clue. You didn't track it. Your character lost it.
I've also got 4 doses of penetrative poison that I harvested
Right.
from
Yep.
some gribblies, and
Yeah.
a sack of fungal flies that glow in the dark.
Yes.
Yes, your blutterflies.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
their way out? You know it, right?
Okay, so we find ourselves, I guess, session opening with you guys kind of in that cobweb shrouded cave at the top of that that one outcropping. And that outcropping is 40 feet up, so it's not like a small little bump that you guys have hopped up. You guys have had to clamber your way up here, and one of the things you found in there, those were in that area too. They were encased in that cocoon. There was that one humanoid-sized figure that had been sealed in the cocoon and drained of its vitals or liquefied by the poison. Which I guess many of you guys realize there, but for the grace of a saving throw or astonishing point of astonishing fortune went your character. So what are you guys thinking? Jason is definitely looking like he's seen better days, as does Prada.
Well, I know that for some people, 6 hit points might not sound like that few, but Jason's max is 28, so he's feeling like he's gotten the shit kicked out of him by that spider.
Everyone can see each other's bars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. And actually, Reagan is pretty beat up too. Kane's.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a lot to be in.
Everybody's taken a little bit, it seems like, except for Amar, and Iphigenia is looking.
Yeah,
Mostly, right?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay, but I think that's only because I leveled and he gave us the hit points or something.
Yeah.
I'm still like 1 down.
Yeah.
So I was down pretty bad.
I think I healed Iphigenia last time before we.
Yeah, you did that too.
Yeah.
George's character Malo had healed Iphigenia.
And unfortunately, Reagan's healing ale won't work until tomorrow. So
Okay.
Um,
So we
yeah.
don't have enough torches to stay here overnight.
yeah,
Right.
So as the handsomest and therefore de facto leader, I'm gonna say that we should get
I'll go
the
with that.
hell out of
Try to get-
Dodge.
To the
we should, yeah.
surface. To the surface.
although should we check? Kevin, can you remind me? You said that there are other like cocoons, whatever you would call them, hanging down.
No, I mean whatever is down. There likely is old, bones and things like that in here too. But the extent of what you guys have recovered last session, that would have been what you were able to find in amongst everything.
Okay, got it.
I think there was treasure in there too, wasn't there? Like coinage.
I didn't keep track of it. But
I did not write down any coinage.
I don't
for
think
this
there was-
last set.
No, there's
Coins,
not.
yeah.
I don't remember any.
Yeah.
All right.
And if we've explored everything, I agree. I would suggest maybe getting back to the surface. And,
I agree with that too.
Okay.
I'm sure our benefactor is a little pissed off right about now. We've been down here for 2 days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what has your experience been with Thule so far? Because you left a crippled man and a crippled, injured man and a big lunk outside as the only survivors. So,
Well,
a cruel
it's
DM
really
may have been
Prada's
rolling
fault
random
because-
encounters for them in your absence.
Prada was guarding with them at first and then showed up with us, so it's really her fault if something went wrong.
Yeah. And Hobbs, if you disagree with that, just say something.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Huh?
seems
Okay,
good with
that's
it. All right.
Okay,
That's what happened.
Okay.
Yes, I long for the wide open skies now. Let's make haste.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Do we know how to exit?
So we need to decide if we want to try the spider climb trick
Yeah.
to get across the cavern, or if we want to go and we could go further around this way and hope that it connects back up. But that seems like a dangerous
risk,
proposition. We are, so to give some idea of the elevation, we are at about the right height that we need to be, because the crevasse had about a 30-foot drop. So with our 40 feet up, we're on about the right level. But I don't know, obviously, whether it connects back up at all, or if we want to try that.
Right.
Are you thinking to head like northeast then, up that way?
Well, that's sort of what I was thinking.
What you're
is that
saying, yeah.
if we wanted to, we could head up into this section of the cavern and see if it connects back up with the entrance area. Since we've killed the mama spider, hopefully there aren't too many left.
I like this line of thinking. Everywhere we've gone has had spiders, and we've got a new area we have not gone to.
Spiders.
We've got astonishing fortune. We'll be all right.
Unassailable logic, so that's terrific.
That's
now
right.
we find out that spider was only an adolescent, and the real mama.
Oh, don't give him any ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I haven't played in a long time still, you can tell, right?
Okay.
I'm okay with going.
Who is carrying light right now? It looks like Prada is, and
I
it looks
believe
like
I am
Mar
still.
is.
Yeah, I believe I still am.
So I still have 2 torches that I haven't used, but
How many do I have left?
Yeah, I have torches as well.
We'll give you a little. I'm going to say there's probably like 20 minutes left in, so there'll be 2 turns left of lighting for these particular torches. Because I think 40 minutes is sufficient time to have like searched around and found this stuff and whatnot. All right, so who wants to start moving?
I'm sort of thinking that maybe we have Malo and Amar
Okay.
in the lead. Does that make sense to everybody? Just because obviously Kane and Yason are.
Oh, before I forget to Carl, I'm fine with you just taking your your new spell now, and it's adding it to your prepared spells.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know that doesn't like, in fiction you should be like having to go back and train and all that other shit, but like this is a wilderness campaign. It will be a colossal pain in the ass if you don't get to level up until you get back to town.
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I know it's more
That's cool.
video gamey than
okay.
traditional things, but I think we err in the favor of fun in this case. So,
And in the favor
I
of
like it.
that's sort of a thing in the fiction, right? Conan digs down and grits his teeth and comes back stronger than ever.
yeah. Oh, hey, there's speaking of which, well, we'll talk about when we get to town, but I was reading I can't remember if it was Barbarian Conquers Canahu or something else, but there's some cool rules for getting mechanical benefits out of carousing as well from that. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not-
what I was mentioning is that
Cool.
there's like XP bonuses, I think.
Yeah, so I'm gonna think about that when we get back. We'll see how much money everyone's got, because I think that there's also a way of having that play into the factions as well.
Yep.
But
Cool.
all right, so
All right. So Kane, Malo, and Amar lead the way. Does that
And
make sense?
Reagan's going to be keeping an eye on the ceiling.
good call. That's right.
Right.
You still have that whole piercer cave to get through again, so I'm sure this will be good.
Can we see the ceiling from here, or do we need to start throwing torches again?
From here, you guys can. Yeah, what, 20 feet. So no, it's still one of my favorite scenes.
Torch chuckers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be our name of our company. The Torch Tuckers of School.
Oh, do you want to give control of Prada to one of us?
Oh, yeah,
Or-
Here, let's controlled by represents character Prada. Oh, maybe I'll change her character sheet. Let's see here, Prada. So for today, we are passing her around. So,
That's
did
not.
not sound right,
Yeah, no.
all right, there you go.
Kevin,
Anybody else control Prada?
Kevin, you never give the age inappropriate, what do you call it?
Yeah.
Oh,
As soon as
Virginia,
it
you
came
might
out of my
want to come
mouth,
along.
That's really not what I intended to say. Ugh.
Right.
All right.
I mean, do we need to give a, what do you call it, an R rating at the start of this thing?
I have what's known as the potty mouth, so I think this channel already has that.
That's right.
Oh, no worries.
Okay, cool. So looks like the passage continues on for a bit down there, and as you're making your way along, it's you can picture this is the Indy making his way through the Jovitos ruin kind of thing,
Yeah.
pushing all the cobwebs aside. It's really quite packed down here. It's got that a bit of a sting. Oh, Virginia is being left in the dark.
Oops.
Which is exactly
Virginia.
Carla?
There we go.
what. Oh, whew, just about.
I was trying to find my spell. I found it.
Okay, so Kane, it appears that this does continue on. Remember that each of these squares is actually 5 feet, not or 10 feet, not 5 feet. So at the narrowest point, it's still about 5 feet wide. So it's not an uncomfortable, cramped space to move through. But it certainly is not fun. I mean, if you're taking the lead, your new hammer is now covered in cobwebs, and any effort to take them off, it's sticking to your hand, and it covers the walls. So you are going to be just shrouded in literally in these things as you make your way through this. Fortunately, you have not come across anything so far.
All right.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Does anybody hear anything?
Anybody
Just
here?
that. I hear that dripping.
What is a Mars hear noise check?
Let me see here. Discern noise is 6 and 12.
6 and 12, okay. And then everyone else has a 6. Oh, okay. So let's see here. This will be, I should really do is decide who each dice is before I just pick up a fucking handful and roll them.
Not a bad
I
idea.
do that. I do that all the time. I roll the dice. Like, oh yeah, I'll see who it hits. Hold on, I don't know what any of this means.
It's like shoot the arrow, whatever it hits is the target, right?
Exactly. Okay, so actually it's Reagan. Reagan, you're listening in, and all you can hear is the sound of that roaring waterfall in the background.
Okay.
Which unfortunately sounds like a bubbling pool because I've lost my sound cue. I found in the new Roll20, I have found so many cool new sound cues, though.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, they've while they have lost some of the things, some of the ones I had before, there's some pretty fucking awesome things. Like, hold on.
Are we about to
Huh.
wow, that's awesome.
Okay.
And we'll just leave that one in the list.
Yeah, just in case.
Do we have a
happen,
branch?
by the way?
So we
Here-
can go north or south. Do we carry on north, Joanne?
It seems like we should go north. By my
Yeah,
reckoning,
we're trying to
Jason.
get north.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So you call back to Preda, like, is this the right direction? And it seems that her map is covered in cobwebs at this point. So she's
Oh no.
unfortunately able to offer very little in the way of
And that
insight.
is why she cannot map this area either.
that is.
You know,
She's also
somebody
quite
else-
fixated on that box that she was unable to open.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see a
Oh,
chasm
here we
or
come
a
to
cliff.
yeah.
See the
Oh,
edge.
did we come back around?
Wait,
So it appears that
This
this
is, I know this place. I know this place. This is where I fired my arrow. Is my arrow laying up here?
your
burnt
arrow
arrow.
is lying up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
that's only 30 feet.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm sure you guys can jump down there, right?
We can
Well, or
scramble
we could
down
use a
there.
rope.
Yeah. I think you got between Amar and Yason and Preda, you guys have enough people who are quite nimble, who are able to scramble down and secure, a rope at the bottom, so you guys can all safely descend that cavern. It seems like there are some cracked caves in here, cracked eggs in here as well too.
Mhm.
This appears to have been the nest for some of the smaller arachnids that you encountered.
And do they look recently cracked, or
No, they seem
Okay.
quite old. Like
Okay.
they've lost their what do you call it? Like flexibility and whatnot. They're quite hard and old.
cool? All right, let us descend.
Okay. They're the ones we killed.
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so.
So there we
Now,
are.
We came in over here somewhere.
Yeah, I think. Yep. We're
Okay,
gone.
now, Kane,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to give me an avoidance save, please. Oh, Malo too,
Mhm.
please.
Okay.
Okay.
Avoidance.
Is that just a dex tech?
Nice. No, it'll be one of the saving throws on your character sheet.
Oh, is it
On
must be
the,
further down?
Hey, wait, 2 out of 3 is a success?
No, that's a
Hmm.
test of dex.
Oh,
That's
just a
a
dex.
dex.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
I
character
can't
sheet
see
is
the
lying to
save.
me.
You're right.
Where would I say? Oh, there. I see over there. Okay. I didn't have it open far enough.
And thanks again to the 2 guys who worked on these character sheets as well. These things are so fucking cool.
Yeah, they're awesome. And I want to give a quick shout out to Jeff Delanian because I
Yay.
ordered some stuff from Northwind.
Yep.
And one of them happened to be a pre-order, and then you don't get the whole thing until the pre-order's ready. And I emailed him, and he changed the order, so I got my other stuff right away.
Cool.
And the pre-orders
Oh,
come later.
oh,
So
that's awesome.
they're great over there. I
Yeah.
highly recommend.
Yeah, I love
working
Jeff.
with
He's
guys.
great.
Yeah.
Jeff is actually the one who, because I ran a couple charity sessions using this, he sent me the shirt.
Oh,
I've got
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
my official referee.
No, we can't.
That's
You have to
great.
lean forward for us to see.
Oh, hold on. Let's see here. Hey, yep. Let me get that.
Oh, there you go. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
there we go.
Very cool.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Mhm.
And it's got this awesome, like, vagina dentata.
Oh, that's
in there,
awesome.
too. So It's a shirt I cannot wear outside ever, but it is
Well,
certainly...
Shot point.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God. Okay, so both
I
of you
avoided
passed
something.
successes, and I think that what happened is you're starting to make your way through here. And Kane, you had said that you remembered this sort of area anyway, and you take a step, and
The dodgy ceiling.
yes, your cat-like reflexes catch you, and you're like shot, and duck back. So you guys only take. Hold on, I gotta check. Isn't it great how falling ceiling damage scales with your level?
Oh,
Yeah, that's amazing.
Interesting.
You have Dr. Greg Gillespie to thank for that.
Physics, anyone?
Oh gosh. Okay. Yes, you guys are still only first level, so that, or within the first sort of level band. So Kane, you take 2 points of damage. Malo, you take actually none.
Oh, excellent.
So Malo, you see it.
Whoa. What's happening there?
I jump out of the way when I see Kane, like, kind of suddenly remember this is a dodgy area.
Okay.
Curses.
Curse you, ceiling. Damn you, architecture. All right, so what? I guess as a refresher too, like this place seems to have experienced some kind of significant geological trauma at some point that has really destabilized a lot of different points here. So where do you want to go now?
Hold there, fellows. We need to move over to this side.
Well, not all the way, because there's another section of crumbly.
Yeah, it was like
down
through
here.
the middle is where we found.
Don't we want to move along that northern wall, kind of, from up here and curve around and just stick to the wall?
Can we examine the ceiling? Is there any clues on the ceiling? Because I've got a feeling we might have come through the middle.
Yeah, we came through the middle the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're, take a look. Let's see here. Why don't? You know what? I think that if you guys take enough time to sort of look through this at the waning sort of flickering of your torches, you're able to see that like the passage right through the center seems to be the way. But you guys will be on your next set of torches now as well.
Okay.
Mark off another.
Chat has given us a vote for line of the session as well, as I've got 4 doses of penetrative poison.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Not
better
I'm
than passing
boasting.
her around, I guess.
Oh, gotta love a double entendre.
Exactly.
Okay, so you guys are slowly making your way through the middle there. That does appear to be, say, now Malo, you're a little too close there, but I'm going to assume
I meant to be here.
Yeah, I figured as much. So I think it was just the placement of the token. So you guys carefully make your way across this, Kane carrying his bag of blutterflies glowing before him.
My
and you can see that
blutterflies.
there is that little kind of not steps, but there's an incline that leads up and out. And through here, you guys can hear the roaring of that waterfall again.
Right.
This is where the dead guy was, I believe.
No, the dead adventures we found are somewhere
beyond
this
this.
area.
Beyond this, yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to ping exactly where I want to when I can only see a tiny bit of the map.
Right.
Kane's memory grows clouded by fatigue.
And he's leading.
Yes.
I can't see in this place.
It feels like it's been months since we've been here.
I long for the fresh air.
It's
I long for the fresh air and the wide open spaces.
Okay, so this is the area, I believe, where
covered in sturge poop.
It is, yeah. Steered guano.
There's the water down there.
Right.
So if that was the sturge poop, then it was this direction was the...
Yeah, the adventurers seem to have been over down here.
Did we discern whether this water was like drinkable and stuff?
Potable.
Yeah.
Well, you guys had been drinking the toad water from before,
Okay.
and it's been a day, and you've had no adverse reactions. And if you consult with Prada's web-covered map, you'll see that actually the water it springs from there and then flows down and causes these two waterfalls going down. That's what fills this whole cave with mist. So unless it flows over something that will make it unsafe to drink, you would guess that this water is potable.
So perhaps we should refill our water skins.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I think so. There were a couple of water skins or wine skins that we found on the adventures. Did they have wine or water in them when we found them?
They did not. But one of them, they probably did have water in them at the time.
Yeah.
But I think one of them was used for the poison, wasn't it?
Yeah, one was used for the spider poison.
Right, yeah.
I was
We were talking
actually
about
specifically
Frank.
wondering if there's any wine in them because I think Jason might need some liquid courage to get out.
We can say there was, yeah. I mean,
Okay. Jason's going to take just a little sip.
Want some better news, even, Jason? It's actually mead.
Oh, even
Nice.
better.
Remember, these adventurers had kind of their clothing had Norse characteristics to it. So, yeah. And
That's a great name for a mead, Dead Adventurer.
Good adventure, yeah.
Good guy.
Oh. All right, so you seem to have made your way into here. You can hear the sound of a roaring waterfall from somewhere over here.
Okay.
And then the water is swiftly flowing past you, down deeper into yet another waterfall over here.
Okay. Keeping a wary eye on the pool, I will refill my water skin.
Okay.
Same
So you're
here.
going right up to the edge of the water. That
Yeah.
blackened water.
Yeah.
Torch
You're
light-
gonna freak me out, Kevin. You're
Yeah.
gonna freak me out.
And which
Yeah,
hand
I
are
have
you
my
using to get the
trusty
water?
hammer.
So you bring your trusty hammer over. I guess like the thing that's the most unnerving about this is that the water is deep enough, so it's not like the light illuminates like the bed of this. It's centuries of flowing across there has made it a deep pool, so it's actually got this like reflective quality to it. As you go up, you'll be plunging your hands into darkness, filling up the water skin. You see the bubbles of air going out as it slowly fills up. Let's just make one quick roll here.
Just hit the water with your hammer.
Now, which hand did you put into the water?
Yes.
And which is your dominant hand?
Right.
So you do pull it out with no event.
Good.
Okay.
Take a long-
I'm
And
gonna-
I will lovingly wipe off the detritus from my hammer as well because
Oh, nice. Okay.
I don't want all those webs and stuff marring my shiny hammer.
Yeah, and like it's not certain how long it's been sitting up in that alcove of the spider mother, but it it has some incredibly beautiful craftsmanship to it. I think that Jason and Reagan recognize it as having distinctly, Norse or runic qualities, which would suggest that may have been forged by the fabled dwarves,
Cool.
a sinister and evil degenerate race that serve as slaves to the giants. This is what Jason and Reagan can fill in for you. But yeah, so what are you guys going to do now then?
I think we'll all take turns, filling up our water skins while we're here. I'm going to keep my scimitar out and just be very wary and make sure there's no signs of movement in the water as I do it.
Okay. So let's see here. Let's do a random 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Iphigenia, when you are filling yours up, you're filling the thing up, and you feel something brush up against your hand. And I'm assuming that you're going to yank your hand out when you feel that. There's no wound. There's no pain. It's just that feeling of something bumping up against you. You know, like when you're swimming and something hits your foot. What do you do? Oh, is Carl there?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
there
a
you
fish or something muted.
You're not sure. It did not feel something very large. It's something smaller than a man, for sure. But
That's still quite large.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right. I said I kind of say there's something in the water.
Okay. Back up with my scimitar sort of ready for anything to come out.
So there's a tense moment or so as you guys take defensive postures. The sound of the waterfall roaring in the background, the smoking of the torches in the mist-filled area, but nothing comes out. You just see continual flow of the water.
I say we move on before the beast
Yes.
Comes back.
materializes. We're tempting fate. by
Yes.
dallying.
Yep.
Agreed.
Let's go.
Let's continue.
Okay.
If you know, your water skin is still full, though.
Oh, we have to
Okay.
go through the water. Damn it.
Well, can we go up to the...
We have to go through the water right here.
Yeah, there's a
Right,
place I
right,
remember
right.
we had
That's
this
right.
step.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody be wary.
So who is going to go first? We'll do this one at a time.
Okay. I'm happy to be first if...
Okay.
You go first, I'll go right behind you.
All right.
Malo, you step out and... Okay. You step out into the fast-flowing water, the surface or the bed of this little like subterranean creek is slick. There's not a mud surface that you can really stand on. It's smooth, polished limestone at the bottom of this. So the combination of the two makes it a little tricky to get purchase and keep your balance. But with your hand on
On the wall. Yeah.
slick wall, the other hand, your scimitar out. You're able to scramble to the far side and then clamber up the bank onto the dry land in darkness.
Is the water cold?
Oh yeah.
So
I
I
thought
make
it
it...
was-
It's actually a little
it's
warm.
warm.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
No, it's warm.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
gonna ready my rope whilst we're in the business in doing this. So in case somebody takes a slip, I'll be able to deploy it straight away.
Isn't
Smart
your
idea.
rope at the cave entrance?
Yeah, but Jason has a rope, and I can do the same. Get it ready in case of something.
Sure. So Malo, you can position yourself up in the darkness there.
Okay.
And you can pack picture
fun.
like this is not only are you in darkness too, like you can't the roar of that waterfall makes it really hard to hear anything as well too.
Yeah.
So you guys can picture you're sort of having to shout in order to be heard at any point.
Yeah. I'm on the other side.
Oh boy.
Mar, how far can you do like a monk leap of any kind?
That's a good question. That was something I was thinking about the other day, and I don't think there's anything. The big thing is the controlled fall.
Right.
I don't think there's anything specific for the jump.
Okay. There's no wushu leap.
Yeah, there's nothing duplicating that. I mean, my run speed is increased, which might affect it. I'd have to look at the rules.
You know what I'll let you do is if you want to make a acrobatics, and I mean this is like a low risk environment, so you may not want to do this, but I'll let you make an acrobatics feat. So not a test, but a feat to like jump and like pogo off the wall and land on the dry land.
40% chance versus whatever Kevin's gonna roll. So all of a sudden, I'm in Monte Carlo. Sure, let's try it because it sounds cool.
Nice.
There you go.
All right, let's see how it goes. Come on, big money.
Oh, crud.
That's not big money.
No.
You have your astonishing fortune.
Astonishing point.
Yikes in a way.
Do you want to spend your point of astonishing fortune?
Yeah, let's spin that so I don't end up extinguishing the torch because I feel like that's what would happen.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So
I
let's
forgot about-
not extinguish the torch.
Okay. Here we go. And we are waiting on a roll, right?
I thought we were waiting on your roll.
Oh, no, I'm not rolling anything. It's only you.
Malo, what did you roll?
What if you? So for yours, I just needed. Were you gonna re-roll the?
Oh, to re-roll it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's re-roll
Sorry.
it. No, I'm sorry. I got confused. My bad.
Kev, use your words. Not.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Okay. As soon as he falls in, Jason's going to pull out one of his torches and light it from Prada's so that we still have 2 torches.
Sure. So what do I do? This
And I will tick down my torch.
Okay. Boom. We go.
And does that mean so? Did Amar also land in the water and starting to get swept downstream?
He did land in there. What I need from Amar is an avoidance save, please.
Oh, that'll be fine.
Why did I think this was a good idea? Okay,
Yes.
so here's what I'll let you do is you're able to sort of catch yourself. You don't fall into the water, but you catch yourself on the edge and then sort of slide down into it. And there's a tense moment of you do douse the torch, unfortunately, but you're able to sort of catch your footing and you don't go, get pulled downstream. I did make my necessary roll. So you're able to sort of scramble out of the water feeling like, boy, I really shouldn't listen to anything the DM suggests anymore.
Yeah.
So, I will give you a point of Astonishing Fortune for attempting it, though, because that was pretty cool. Okay, so then who would like to go next?
I can go.
Are they?
Okay.
So
Are
you
they-
could
are
say
they
you could
exiting
say
the
that
water?
maneuver was a wash.
Well played. Oh God! Everyone take 1d6 pun damage. All
Do I
right.
get
So,
advice? No.
So I
Reagan?
can roll a.
okay. So no, once Reagan, you likewise. Everyone without a torch is going through first. It's
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
send Prada next.
We're very smart about this.
Yes.
Well, somebody had a torch.
Yeah. This is true.
That's true.
I mean,
And then looked into the DM.
I still have
Um,
3 torches, so I could light one up too. We need more light.
Do you want to
let's-
light a torch too?
So, what do you think? Are we holding those in reserve?
Yeah.
I think
let's
we
wait.
probably need to hold them in reserve for now.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how long it's going to take to get out. But let's send Prada next since she has a torch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if I move up a little bit closer to the crossing point, I can cast a bit of light there with the
Yeah, with the butterfly
the
bag.
flies. Yeah.
Go. So who would like to go next?
Prada.
Yeah.
Prada's going to go next. Let's see here. Okay. So Prada, likewise, she's actually quite quickly kind of splashes through the water, makes her way to the far side, and sort of gestures back to it's safe to come.
Raven has blessed my passage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Reagan will go.
Okay. So Reagan's about halfway across there. When I need you to, let me see here. I don't think it's an avoidance I want. I think give me a strength test, please.
Hold on. Test of strength. Got it. And if you
Whew.
want a second.
Okay, so Reagan, are you carrying a torch?
I am not.
You're not. Okay, then Reagan sort of steps, something buffets one of your legs, and it's enough. It's either that I don't think it hits you hard enough to knock your footing out, but it unnerves you enough to sort of like, whoa, and you
Yeah.
plunge into the water. And I'm going to move you partly down.
Can I
Street.
try and make a grab for her? She's coming past at all.
Yeah. Why don't you, let's see here. I think that's going to be a text of dexterity.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I would guess.
So see if you can grab her fast enough.
She-
So that'll be the test, not the feat. Whoa, she's so
Oh, jeez.
you reach out and kind of grab at her, and I think it's hey, Iphigenia or so I see Jason just sort of lurched forward there. Is he trying to?
He's gonna try to hold the torch out, not to reach for her, but to see what's going on.
Okay.
Give
All
me
right.
another bite as I fall downstream.
All right. So then, is Iphigenia doing anything, or if not, we'll go back to Reagan and we'll do another test of strength.
Okay. If I can grab her, I will. If there's enough.
Sure. Yeah, you can try. Yeah. Well, hold on. You got a
What are
torch in one hand, and you got a spear in the other one, right?
No, Iphigenia doesn't have a torch.
Doesn't have a torch. Awesome. Okay, so go ahead and give me a.
So stab her, like
Yeah.
stab her with a spear to-
Oh, we got there.
Grab the blade.
Yeah, all right. So a dex check.
Yes, please.
Just the test, right? Yeah.
There's a test of dex.
50.
Yeah, please.
50-50 chance.
Oh,
So you reach it, you
Nope.
plunge into the water, and you're just a second too late, and it slips through your hands. Okay, so then on Reagan's turn, would you kindly give me another test of strength?
Would it be strength or dex at this
It'd
point?
be- This is it's going to be trying to like force
fight
your.
the current, like.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
I see it more as you're not able to finesse your way out of this, unfortunately.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
So you're scrambling along, boop, 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 and you're
I think, well, let's see here. I
further
think-
downstream.
Can
Okay.
I run on the dry land and try and get ahead of her?
I think so, yeah, because let's see here, it's 10, 20. Yeah, with your movement, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're racing along,
How far do
seeing
I
her
get?
being carried away by and she's at the edge of torchlight as well, too. Kane, you run knee deep into this stream as well. Would you kindly give me a dexterity test and a strength test?
All the tests.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He's finally going to get her, and then he's going to fall.
okay, right.
We
Strength.
survive the mother spider when we get killed by the water.
Okay, so Kane, your
Hey.
footing is strong.
I'm holding.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Reagan goes sort of like carried by the current, and your strong arm grabs onto her, and you pull her out of the water.
Nice. Yeah.
And now we got to do that again.
That's an excellent
Yeah.
roll for you, Robert. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay, so phew, that was close. Now,
I was.
Reagan, what do you say? Because I don't think anyone knows why you fell.
Something bumped up against my leg, and it wasn't that strong, but just surprised me.
Mm-hmm. Was it large?
Felt like it
All right.
felt like what Iphigenia was the last one who felt something. Felt
Yeah.
I want to move close to the water there and just keep my eye out and my scimitar.
Kevin,
Okay.
did it feel like it slapped at me, or was it more like it just ran into me?
Mm-hmm.
It's something. Yeah, it's tough to tell. It definitely hit you with let's see here. Yeah, probably about the force of like a child's punch.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it wasn't that strong.
I've got an idea, guys.
Yeah.
We could put some food in the water, chum the water up a bit, and see if it takes the bait.
Or we could.
I'm going to
try-
vote against
Or
that
try-
idea.
Or attract all of them.
What?
Do you guys remember the old South Park episode with the crocodile hunter? It was like, I'm going to find this animal and stick my finger in his butthole.
I'm just going to give him a little shake here.
Right.
So what are you going to do? So Yasin disagrees with Kane's idea, but what does Reagan and Iphigenia think?
Yeah.
I think Malo, Amar, and
I think it's
Preda,
a bad idea.
roar
Too
of
far.
I actually think it might be a good idea, as long as Kane does it where he is, rather than.
That's what I'm thinking, to draw it away from the crossing point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, from where you are, that'd be good.
Yeah, if I put a bit of grub in the water here, we might A, lure it over here away from where we're trying to cross, and B, catch a sight of it and just maybe assess what it is.
Mm. So, does anyone who is on the right side, does anyone have a profession that's like fishing or sailing or anything like that?
I do, sailor.
Okay, so I guess your concern is that any food that's put in here is going to be carried away by that water so quickly.
Yeah.
And what you guys have left over right now in terms of food, on you is that dried bear meat. So it's not exactly the most savory of things as well. So it's not even like it would effectively chum the water. If you if you put your hand under there and like waved it back and forth, that might have the effect. That might also have other unintended consequences.
Yeah.
But
I could drag a dead Norseman up here and throw him in.
there you go.
Wait a minute.
My vote is that what we do is we send the weaker characters, the characters with less strength, let's say, first, so that Kane and Jason can try to catch him if they slip again, and just try to get through.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
Is there going to be a Carl Weathers and Arnold Schwarzenegger moment between Kane and Jason before to decide who's going to be the last one to go?
I think there is just, every time there's a last one to go.
Actually, do we have rope on any of the people who are up front? They could spool it out, and then we can grab the rope.
Right, it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah. Now that we've crossed it, yeah, you could.
Well, I've got a rope, and I was thinking maybe I could use Malo, because I think he's stronger than I am.
I'm pretty strong.
As kind of like an anchor on that side, and then feed the rope back down to the other side, and then Kane or Jason could be an anchor there.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of stretch that rope up against that north wall.
Mm-hmm.
And
Iphigenia, because she's also pretty strong and in metal armor.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I
Iphigenia, because she has more hit points.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like a good plan.
Okay. So yeah, let's try that.
Let's do it.
So you toss the rope back. You can imagine there's a little bit of fumbling trying to get it, but even if it fell in the water, you guys would be able to fish it back and eventually get it to each other.
Yeah.
So what I'll do then is, you have not automatically had to make strength. Like as long as you're able to carefully make your way through, no one had to make tests. It's only because you were buffeted by something that you had to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So who wants to go next now in this what I'll do is that if you do have to make a strength test again, you'll get +1 to whatever your strength score is, or not your score, but like the level of success. If you've got a 3 out of 6, you'll be able to succeed on a 4 out of 6.
Reagan will go again.
Yeah.
Ready to go again? Okay. Let's see here.
Of course, she thinks about it too much.
So you get in there, your arms, or your hands wrapped around that rope. Malo has got it secured on the other edge, and you carefully make your way through this waist-deep water. It's rushing around you, and I think that your eyes are flickering back and forth between your allies on the far side on the bank, and then back in this blackened river as well. And River is being a little overly generous to this, but you'll have to forgive my dramatic flourish. You guys make your way Reagan, you make your way to the edge, and you're able to quickly make your way out. You have safely made it to the far side. Who wants to go now?
Jason has a torch, so he's gonna wait until near the end.
Okay.
And Iphigenia has more health than both of you, so you should both.
Okay, Kane, why don't you
rear.
take the next one?
Okay.
She's also probably as strong as both of you.
Okay. Good.
Well, I don't know about that.
I think she's the tallest one in the party too.
Yeah, she's also tall. I mean, she's like
she's an Amazon, right? Okay, so Kane,
I don't know. Are you how strong are you?
I'm 18.
So is she.
Okay. Well, then we'll have to arm wrestle once we get to
All right, Kane. Now, just as the others have described, and I guess what you feared, it does come to pass, and you can feel something buff it up against your legs as you're making your way across. But I think that your chance of success is a 5 out of 6 without the bonus.
Okay.
Go ahead and click on a test of strength, will you? Yeah, so like you automatically succeed thanks to the thing. So what does it look like as he's buffeted? What do we see, and what is going through his mind?
He just looks down at it and kind of growls, and his knuckles go sort of like white, and he's sort of half a mind to kind of jump off of the rope and just kind of attack it.
Yeah.
But he thinks prudent to move on, and he's not stupid. He's not stupid.
You know what I'll give you? Give me a D6 roll, please.
Okay.
See if you spy one of these things. Because you're... Oh,
A
now...
one.
It's a fucking underground spider. It's an underwater spider.
What?
You're confident.
An underwater spider.
This is becoming one of my tropes of my campaigns is A, trying to drown people in the games, and B, some kind of ridiculous failed perception roll. Because last night it was like they mistook an eel for a river kraken.
Okay. Spider!
Spider! So you pull yourself out. That seems to be what's in there. In your mind, it is some kind of aquatic spider grub of some kind.
It's an aquatic spider grub.
Do you tell? Like, I'm not sure. That's what you've got in your
That
mind.
makes no fucking sense.
Do you tell if Mia and Yates before they go in?
I just call. There's a spider in there. I'm sure of it. There's a spider. If you get a chance, be sure to stab it on the way by.
So we see
banged your head on that hammer way too many times.
King says that we can see Jason's grip tighten on his sword, and we, in the film version, we pan over on his chest where he's got the markings from the mama spider and still the poison web, the blackness on it, and you can just see him tense up.
Yeah, because he's been a veritable feast for these spiders thus far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Iphigenia, don't stab me in the butt, and I'm gonna go.
All right, so let's see what
I
happens.
point my spear in that direction.
Okay. Now, do you leave the torch with Iphigenia? Because otherwise, she's left in the darkness.
No, I'm gonna carry the torch with me.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna cross behind him, right?
Okay, like right away. Okay.
Yeah.
See here.
There's no point in waiting.
Okay, so you guys make your way into the water, and it's about 25 feet of of waist deep water that you're making your way through. Each step, you're carefully and gingerly putting your foot down, securing your foot before moving the next one forward, buffeted by the roaring water. And in this narrow alcove too, it seems to focus the sound of the waterfalls. So at the point when you're at the very edge of the darkness, it's as if like you can't hear anything as well, in the same way that your sight is swallowed up by that darkness at the edge of the torchlight. Your hearing is completely gone. The roar makes you, for a brief moment think you may actually be deaf. But then you come out the far side and go scrambling onto the surface of the incline leading up to the apex of the waterfall. You do not know whether or not the blackened depths of that subterranean stream contain some kind of spider grub, but what you know is that it will not feed today.
Yay.
Yes.
So, what are you guys going to do?
Continue forward.
Onward.
Continue
Yeah.
to the surface.
All right, so you make your way up here, and this is you get the sense. You have been underground now for effectively like a day and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're starting to get a sense of when there's the feeling of greater airflow, and you can feel that you're moving into a much larger cavern at this point. And the smell of this cavern as well. Oh, I remember this. This is the Toad Cave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason and Kane, I think you guys have been beamed in the head enough that you can recognize that there is more rubble ahead here.
Mm-hmm.
There's an enormous pillar. That is a pillar that where the stalagmite and the stalactite have grown together, over the intervening centuries. Giving this place kind of a primal cathedral feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Cool.
Now, what are you guys going to do?
So we need to decide, are we going to try to do the cast spider climb on someone and then have them leap the chasm and climb up on the other side? I mean, is that the plan?
I think it's.
Who has spider climb? I mean, we have a scroll.
We have a scroll.
We have a scroll.
But I think
So who can-
didn't
no
Mala
one
say
can
that
re-
he could use it?
I can use it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
If you think it'll work,
That's the question.
All right.
I mean, it is only a scroll after all.
I love the healthy distrust of magic that all the fighters have.
It's not like having mighty feuds, is it?
No.
It does
Reagan,
last
can you
for 1 hour.
Last for 1 hour. Reagan, can you do enlarge person again, or was that a one time?
I did it today, I think, actually.
Yeah, because we already did it today. Okay,
I
that's
can
all
only
right.
I can only do any one thing once a day.
Well, speaking of mighty thews, doesn't someone have those?
Yes, Jason has mighty thews that allow him to leap 25 feet or more if unencumbered, which he is.
Wow. Would you like to attempt that?
Yeah, so I think what we should do is we should put a rope around Jason that he can trail and cast spider climb on him. He'll leap to the other side, climb up to the top, and then we'll do our best to climb up the other side.
When
I think
has a plan that starts with "we'll put a rope around Jason" ever ended badly?
Never.
Well, Jason leaping got us into this mess, so Jason leaping will get us out of it.
I like that logic.
That's right.
This, I think it's a good use of this spider's climb scroll. I don't think we'll have use for it much once we get to Tuleborg. Anyway, so
We'll be
and we
too
need to
busy
survive together.
drinking.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
Now, as a reminder too, since Kane is sort of the butcher / taxidermist of the group, there are some cadavers still here for the toads. Now, you've left them in the water for a day, so I think that the meat may be going off, or may have gone off, I guess, at this point. But they are there. Oh, and there's that giant lizard that you're no longer going to be able to eat either, because you left that on the far side.
Right.
We'll,
So you see this and shake your head like, oh, wasted
find some
meat.
more. We'll find some more.
Right.
All right. Jason's gonna walk up to the edge of the crevasse.
I think that's a drop. I was trying to figure out what that was. I'm like, who put a pin in here? It's a torch.
Yep. And one of them's giving off light. The one at the top, we can actually see the other side. Or I can at least.
What?
Oh,
a
yeah.
Probably shouldn't. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So as a refresher,
Shouldn't have
that other ledge is about 10 feet across, and then it is 30 feet up.
Yes. So Jason's he's rubbing his hands together, kind of hopping up and down like a boxer getting ready, trying to psych himself up.
Oh, and he's so banged up too.
He's so banged up, and he doesn't like magic even in good circumstances. He's a little worried about volunteering for this, but he's going to do it for the party. He's going to beat his chest and
I'll do that.
dig
The
down
coach thing, where massage your neck up there, your traps, loosen up your traps a little bit. Go, Jason, man, you can do this. You can do this.
What's
Yeah.
that, Nick?
You
Is
can
that
take it, man. You can
Rocky's
take
coach?
all
You've
right.
got this. You've got
All
this.
right.
Yes,
Let's do
You
it.
can do it.
Mallow,
So
cast it on me.
So I pull out the scroll from its tube and unravel it, and I read the ancient writings, all mumbling the arcane words, and you feel the sensation of like your fingers become a little bit stickier.
Ooh. Getting ready. All right. So tie the rope around me, hand the other end to Kane.
Yep.
And leap.
Okay. So this is, having been through everything you have been through, knowing that you are now, you have been ensorcelled by one of your strange new companions. No doubt there is a bit of a mixed feeling coming through this, but this leaping into the darkness, casting.
Oh, and I'm going to leave my torch with somebody over on this side.
Sure. Yeah, let's see here.
Yeah, and if you actually cannot have anything in your hands because it's
Okay.
you're
Yeah, I figured. Nothing
Okay,
in my
who is
hand.
taking Jason's torch?
How about Mala takes the torch?
yeah, I'll take it.
Sure. Okay. And let's give you Okay. So you go racing forward to the edge of the precipice of this chasm and leap. And while you have been, definitely feeling out of your element down here, you've perhaps faced the most fearsome challenge you have in your life in the form of that enormous spider. The pounding of blood in your ears as you leap out across this blackened crevasse brings you back to life, and you hit on the far side. And while you don't doubt that you're barbarian, the wild reflexes that you honed so keenly in the wilderness of your home would have likely grabbed this side. It's amazing how easy it is when you hit the side thanks to the sorcery of Malo. And you get this
like some sort of Spider-Man.
Yeah. You might call me Arachnid Fellow.
That's catchy.
Like an absolute breeze to clamber up to the side. Like you guys can see him move up this as if he was, doing kind of like an on all fours crawl. So you make your way to the top of that, and your strength is an 18.
My strength is an 18.
So between the strength of 18 and the spider climb, like assuming that's going to give you some extra benefit too.
I also have climb as a thief of the same level to ascend or descend sheer cliffs or walls without the need of climbing gear.
So like you would have.
So yeah.
Okay, now
I'm built for this.
So what we're going to do is figure out how. So describe for me, guys, how are we going to get everyone else across here?
So my theory
go ahead.
is that we'll use Jason as the anchor man. We'll have one person do their best to leap and essentially tie the rope around one person. They'll do their best to climb and sort of partially be pulled up to the top on the other side, untie them, toss the rope back over. Do that for each person.
I think that's the safest.
Is if you're taking that much precaution, because I'm picturing, that scene in 13th Warrior where they're all sort of like rolling over the side and then rolling down. If you had not secured yourself to the rope, I can see that the problem being of you sliding down and potentially falling.
Yes.
But you guys are taking the time to really secure yourselves and whatnot. I'll just say that there's going to be 2 more torches that are used in the intervening time.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to make any rolls for whether anyone falls off into the crevasse. You're using up resources to take the adequate precautions.
Yeah.
So we will find our heroes on that last surface on the far side.
Cool.
Now, okay, so how many torches do we have left in the party?
So I have 1 left.
I have 3 still.
I have 1 before our usage of 2 to cross.
Okay, so who's chewing up the 2 that are being used in the passage across the crevasse?
Why don't we say that I was using Jason's, and then when it burned out, I used one of my own. So I have 0 left.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we need 1 more from someone else.
Yep. I'll use one of mine. I have 3, so I'll use.
Just 3 left. Okay, cool. Okay, so you're down to 2. All right. So you guys find yourself on the far side, and you remember now how the surface of the cave here seems to it's a very, very slight, like maybe 15-degree angle leading down towards the edge of this crevasse, but it is incredibly slippery. Like you really will not want to move any closer or any faster than a careful kind of walk.
Yeah.
So Kane,
remember that direction is Piercer's.
Yeah, but that's the way we need to go. So we're going to do the Piercer toss again.
Yes.
I assume.
Yeah, you know what? You can. I'm going to assume that you guys have. If you don't remember, you'll review Preda's map, and over here is that half collapsed cave that was full of giant cockroaches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That just led to a crevasse that you weren't able to see the other side of the thing. And then yes, this is the way that led towards the exit. Whew. So, what are we going to do here?
Do we want to hug the wall? Do we want to hug this side? Like,
does anybody have in their equipment, any kind of chalk or anything like that?
I do not.
Yeah, I have a charcoal writing stick.
Okay.
Oh,
Charcoal wouldn't have been super helpful here.
Oh, okay.
I do have chalk. Yep.
Do you?
Okay,
Okay. So, as an example of spending Astonishing Fortune to edit something, what you guys could have told me is that my character is an adventurer, so they clearly would have fucking known they wanted to find their way out, so they would have marked with chalk the safe way that we made it through these piercers.
that's really smart of you to have done.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that was
I
very
think
clever.
that's fair. Like, that's something that, you know, if these characters were in that situation, they would have thought of that. So I'll allow you to, if someone wants to spend a point of Astonishing Fortune.
I will volunteer a point of Astonishing Fortune for that because I think it's going to be extremely helpful.
Okay, so we saw Marlo do that.
I'm a mercenary, so I thought about this. You always know how to get out of the situation.
Nice. So you guys do know how to safely make your way across here. Now, I guess the only thing to hope is that whatever those creatures were above, that they didn't shift in the ceiling. So
we're going to find out.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
now, who wants to take the lead?
I will take the lead
Okay.
because I've got a really good avoidance save.
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
All right. So, Amar, you make your way forward. Do you have a torch on you?
No, someone will have to probably give me light.
Okay. So, who's carrying a torch right now? I think
Mallow, and we still have Prada with light, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Malo, why don't we?
Do you want me to give it to Amar?
Yeah.
You want me to, okay, I hand it over to Amar.
Okay.
And we've got the tiny bit of light from Kane.
Yeah, in the middle, he would have that tiny kind of bridge if we needed to.
Yeah.
All right. So, Amar, you are good to go.
All right.
So, the safe passage is basically an angle through these squares here.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
bishop style, I guess.
Yeah, diagonal. All right. So we will begin moving slowly but surely.
Okay. Yeah. Seems to be no issues.
Stay on the path.
Yeah. Ignore the sound of the DM.
Iphigenia, you're getting, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Have we got everybody? Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
I gotta move my screen over.
And you seem to safely make your way across that, following the careful chalk marks that you had made before.
Yeah.
Now, you get to there,
Crossing a minefield.
and then it goes up
Mhm,
here.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I will never shit on piercers ever again. In
No,
the
that's all.
past, I've always thought, like, man, what a lame creature, but they're awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Okay,
And then
so
didn't we scramble up this slide here, I believe?
did. And then
yeah.
So one of us came down the slide, and the rest of us
Run
came
around.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, I slid down. I fell down the slide.
That's right.
Yeah.
One sec, I want to make sure I'm the, oops, wrong button.
You
Kev.
eat.
So I just want to make sure I've. Oh, wrong thing. Dynamic light. There we go. Okay, so what you can see as well too. Remember that on the far side here, there is a passageway that leads deeper in. That has those. It seems to be full of those fibrous things, those tendrils that came out, and they weren't able to reach you guys
Yeah.
Right.
for snapping in. But there is something. Yeah, there is that that passageway. That is the only part of the map that you guys have not explored.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Just
think
as an
we are going to mark the cave on our Thule map and come back.
Yeah, we can always come
We're going to
back.
use that prep, Kevin. Don't worry. But yeah.
That's right. No, that's I you know, one of the things that I can tell you is that not just as in any appropriate sandbox, not everything is scaled to your level.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be shit where you guys will wisely have to be like, you know what? Let's just maybe fucking try this another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
That is one of those occasions.
well, I'm not saying that's necessarily the case. It's just you guys do seem attached to your characters. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
all right. So yes, it is this careful. There's that slick passageway leading up.
And then we can go in this
That's right. If you want to spoil the DM's fun, I mean, you can.
I'm just trying to keep anybody from losing any more hit.
I agree.
Okay.
All right. So let's move into there.
Ooh, look at that. Safely making your way around.
I only have to fall once to learn.
Yeah, it's my players and their clever perception checks.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you make your way to the top of that passageway, and it seems to lead in. I need to get rid of one. Wrong thing. Dynamic lighting. There we go. Oh, dang, I can't actually. So sorry, the marking over here. Oh, I'm pinging on the wrong layer. One sec here. So the marking, that thing that's blocking your line of sight over here, because I fucked up, that's actually just a crevasse. The crevasse cuts across there. You can see across to over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just when I set up the dynamic lighting, it was a little messed up.
We keep heading, I believe, to this direction.
Yeah.
So from where you are, Amar, there is a soft glow over in this direction.
Huh. Does it have a color to it?
It has a faint greenish glow to it.
Isn't that where we found the things that Colin's got in the bag? That Kane got in
No,
the bag?
so that's about where we killed the lizard. I think this. I don't think we explored. I think this is something else. But I think out here where I'm pinging is where we killed the lizard. I suppose there might be carnivorous fungi out there now if there's a greenish glow.
Or maybe there's a big mother fungi.
The mother of all fungi. Yes.
We are dwindling our resources.
Malo, do you have another round of sleep prepared?
Let's see. I have one last first level slot. Yes, I could cast that magic once again if necessary.
Okay.
So they can
Then
get
I
the
think we go.
out here, see if they take the bait.
So do we, Jason, do we need to go that direction to the
Yeah, we need to go
northwest?
out this direction.
So
Okay.
do you want me to go first and just take a look, and if I need to, I'll use my magic to try to
Yeah.
put them to sleep.
And
Yeah,
I'll
that
come right
sounds
behind
good.
you so you can see.
I think that Malo
I
and
need-
Amar have been calling this what is it? Delta strategy. Sleep and spear. Sleep and spear.
That's right.
All right. So you guys make your way over, and it seems like they're the size, and it's difficult to tell in the darkness, but it seems to be about like maybe 3 or 3.5 feet across and about 1 foot high, and it's an even kind of glow.
Huh. It's not moving. It's just
It's not moving at all. No.
How far out is it from Marlow?
Yeah.
From where Malo is, it's about 30 feet, 25 to 30 feet.
So I'll move up about 15 slowly and quietly as I can. I'm not a thief, but
Okay.
just to try to see,
Sure.
get a better look.
Okay. So from there, what you can kind of see is the glow is affording you a little bit of view of what it is attached to. And what seems to have happened is there is a slick layer of of what might be like black mold. Like you would think it would be like mold, right? Like it's a little, that little pitted kind of look to it, but it has a soft glow, and it is on the side of that enormous lizard that you guys faced when you first came in here. So it appears that it's not developed past this stage, but if you were to guess, this may be like the larval stage.
Right.
The thing, yeah. Does somebody have like gardener or herbology or something like that? As a
Yeah, Iphigenia was a gardener.
Iphigenia was a gardener. Iphigenia, give me a D6 roll, will you? And what is your intelligence?
Her intelligence is at the top. 16.
16. Nice. Okay, so give
Wow.
me
Yeah, she's a warlock. Well, she's a warlock.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. there's no further information that I'm able to provide you. But
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, it seems like if these things are potentially in this larval stage, we probably could go by without an issue, but I can be prepared to put them to sleep if necessary. I don't want to waste the spell slot if I don't have to.
What you can tell, I think, Malo, is that it does look different than that carnivorous fungi that you faced or fungus that you faced before.
Okay.
The things in Kane's bag definitely look different than what these things do.
I see. Okay. So I think we might be able to get past without an issue.
Okay.
Well, I guess one thing, this is if Virginia failed this, but what are you thinking of this thing being infected? Or having this thing being a host for these things so far away from that cave?
Uh-huh.
But they're probably like spores in the air.
Yeah.
We might be infected too.
It's possible, or they're attracted to the dead. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
Well,
thinking. Some sort of carrion.
So we passed the dead toads also, right? Did the toads have anything like this growing on them?
Not that you noticed, no.
Not that we noticed. Okay. So it has been longer. So that gives us, assuming that there are spores everywhere, that gives us a sort of time of death timeline, right? It's about 8 hours difference or so between the two.
Yeah, it's probably like a rest between that happened between killing the lizard and toad.
What about our rations? That's
Oh yes. Is there mold growing on our rations?
You've had the rations in the light this entire time.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
So
let's
it's photophobic.
Or we can't tell because the rations are in the light and the glow isn't discernible in the light.
Yeah.
So let's take out some rations and put it down and move away so the light isn't.
Well, wait a second. Before we do that, if we take them out, they're likely to get infected by whatever's here.
Yeah,
that's true. So maybe
as soon as we take them out to check. So we're in a sort of can't feel our feet, but we can't check for frostbite situation.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing else we can do, no matter what happened to our rations at this point. So
you just eat those rations last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're messed up either way, right?
Yeah.
I feel happy.
I've got a strong stomach. It doesn't worry me.
But once we get outside at night, we can we'll see.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. Agreed.
I drink some Niastatin just in case.
I survived my mother's cooking. I can survive this.
Okay, so
so should we just proceed? It seems like we should just proceed.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's not disturb it and kick
So
out.
Let's not disturb it for sure.
Directly to the northwest, or is it the northeast?
I want to say northeast, but
I think it's a pillar that's ahead of us. I think this
map says over here.
Okay. So let's go that way.
Can we feel any fresh air coming in yet? Or
You can, and you can see natural light coming from right over here.
Oh, great.
Excellent.
Huzzah.
Iphigenia, you're...
Oh, yeah.
Where did Iphigenia go? Oh, I lost her. I'm sorry.
You come scrambling out of there.
walking faster and faster.
Yeah. And then scrolling up, gripping that besodden rope and pulling yourself out on the slick things. And
But
success.
Yeah.
outside. That's actually the wrong. Hold on. Where's me token for Reagan?
I never thought I'd be excited to see Frozen Tundra again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the gods have delivered us.
That's right.
All right. Let me resize you. There we go. So Reagan is now the proper token. Whew! And you guys are outside, and you again see the
Scottish Highlands stretching out.
In this game, it could be that.
Yes. Okay, so the let's see here. What are trying to find my notes for the name of the captain because I don't remember.
Two Beards.
Yes,
Gorham.
Two Beards. Yes, that's
Gorham.
right.
Yes.
Arlen, do you remembering that, or are you writing this down?
I watched or listened through. My job has a lot of downtime where I'm at the computer and can just listen to things. So I listened through all 4 episodes.
Oh,
this
that's
week.
awesome.
Oh,
That's a good
I'm
idea.
gonna,
Should go
I'm
back
gonna
and
do
do
that. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Where the continuity errors on my part really become glaring.
No, it was great. It was great fun. And it was great to see kind of how we have progressed through the campaign. We started off not even having working character sheets. It's kind of amazing to think back to that time.
And that's, I mean, a big credit to the Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea community, too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I just randomly was like, hey, does anyone know how to fix this thing? And then, like, immediately 2 guys were like, yep, no problem.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, so we've been going for about an hour and 40 minutes now, guys. Why don't we take our bio break now, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do for the rest of the session.
Cool.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Yep, so
Sounds good.
back.
See you right back.
go. All right. I guess I can stop the. Close my door. Got a bunch of light coming in. I guess I stop the sound of the caves.
It's making me cold.
Then you may not like what's about to.
All right. It's good.
Okay, where is it here? Yeah, it's cool. You can actually upload your own audio stuff now.
Oh.
You know.
And holiday photos, evidently.
Oh, that's great. The maddening, interminable winds. Although at least it will not make Colin think there's a leak in his house anymore.
No, that's right. Yeah, that got me every time. That did.
It does the same thing, like the sound of shit falling and stuff like that in some of these sound cues too. It's had me go like, what the fuck? And last night I had a book fall actually, and I thought it was something that was in the sound cue.
Yeah,
That's fine. Oh man. Okay. Wow. So you guys have managed to successfully extricate yourself from that cave. Whew.
I have to say, one of the things I loved about these kinds of games, the OSR games, is the idea that you want to spend a lot of time with the realism of just trying to get out of the dungeon.
Doing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's little things like that. Like that's I think the stuff that makes it more. You know, it's more immersive and it feels more like there's a much greater element of verisimilitude to it. You know, I'm going in future. I'm not 100% on this, but I love that this game has no fucking dark vision for characters. I love that my Innistrad game has no dark vision stuff for characters. So the dark is appropriately fucking troubling, you know?
yeah,
Totally.
But I've used in my Broken Lands game where the characters are all humanoids and have dark vision. I still use the dynamic lighting. I just give it the radius, so it still works out.
Yeah, that's true. Or
I mean, they're still surprised by crap. So
yeah, and the dynamic lighting is one of my favorite things.
yeah, it's so awesome.
Mhm.
I like it a lot.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool when something is revealed that the characters are not expecting. You can hear them, gasp sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
What are you in Broken Lands? Are you using basic D&D for that, or are you using?
it's a kind of basic, but I'm throwing in some Beckme because the Orcs of Thar product is a Beckme product.
Yeah, and it's a great book too.
Yeah, I know. My biggest, I guess back in the day, like Craig and I have discussed this. Craig Brasco, I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
We started with the basic book, but then then the AD&D stuff came out, and we fell into that rhetoric that basic is for kids and AD&D is for adults. But basic is really good, and Moldvay and Cook are fantastic designers. So I guess the only
setting is awesome too. It's got so many
I love it.
ideas.
Yeah, and I'm using I'm running the Broken Lands, right, where I guess eventually, hopefully, the characters can become warlords in their own right. Nice. But I'm also running the Isle of Dread 5th edition, but I'm using the known world, and still using Eric Hoffman. He did all this procedural for Forlorn Shores. So I'm using all the procedural and the hex crawl type of ideas, so they don't really know what's going on. They can't see the whole map, right?
Cool.
So it's really neat. It's really working. It works. 5e people like 5e because they're familiar with it, but I think you can add a lot of things in that give it an OSR feel, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm actually using Serene from Top Ballista. I've used that in my Barrow Maze game for a brief thing when what's his name passed away. Yeah, and then we were recently talking about we're hitting session 36 in that campaign in about a month's time. And we're talking about what we're going to do for the winter. And I threw out the idea of if you guys want to go back to Serene and spend your winter there, there's probably a lot of stuff you could do there. And everyone seems really on board with that. So the viewers, not necessarily. Had some people why the fuck are we not in the Barrow Maze? Why are there gnomes with biplanes in this? This is bullshit. But we enjoyed it. So Yeah, it's a great product. It's so weird. Like there's Skeksis and there's Pegatars, which are like centaurs with wings. It's so bonkers, and Sphinxes, but it's a lot of fun.
I quite like Alfheim, the Gazette.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because it's got all them different elf clans and
Right.
the points where, what do they call them now, where the monsters come out of the sort of like
is it bad magic they call it?
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But that, and then like Galantry also is a fucking amazing book. So many cool ideas in there, and it's got that. It's not Errol Otis, but who's the gosh?
Clyde Caldwell does a lot of the art.
He does the covers for them, yeah. But the interior art on Galantry and on a lot of the known world things. He's the guy who did the original. Who is it?
Jeff Holloway. He does a lot of Orcs and a lot of the stuff with the Orcs Athar.
Oh no, not to Holloway. So the guy I'm thinking of did the art for a lot of the art for the first Ravenloft book as well too, and then like the first Van Richten's guide, the one for vampires. It's got this really dry, what do you call it, airbrush kind of quality to it. But it's awesome. It really gives a distinct feel of kind of like Baroque, gaming for Galantry and for Ravenloft. But
I wonder if it's the Jeff Easley.
It's not Easley either. Easley's got much more of a painterly kind of quality. I know he's worked on some older stuff as well, because he ended up doing work for the Mage, the Sorcerer's Crusade stuff as well from White Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Actually the books are in another room, unfortunately, so I can't look. But anyway, okay, so I think, are we all back now?
I think so.
Yes.
All right. So you guys have staggered out of that cave, and you find Jason or Arlen, do you remember what the name of his sidekick was?
Eagle, I think.
Eagle, right? Yeah, EGIL, right.
Yes.
You know what he's named after too? A guy, a DJ from First Wave, from the Sirius channel that does like all 80s stuff.
Oh, Swedish Eagle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, who's on that? Who's fucking great.
That feels very appropriate to this game.
It is, yeah. For an old school game, I'm going with an old school DJ.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eagle and Gorham are still there, and they kind of get up, and I'm going to assume. Oh gosh, I'm not going to assume. I'm going to ask you guys: do you think you would have thought to leave? I was thinking about this morning when I was taking the dog for a walk. Do you think you would have thought to leave food behind for them? Because I don't think you expected you were going to spend a day, exploring that cave.
Would
we not? No.
Well, we not have divided out the food so that everybody had like a ration?
I think so.
You did like give them ration when they first showed up, but I'm not certain whether you guys had spread shit around.
Oh, they weren't really in our firm, were they?
No.
No, but he was offering you 1,000 gold if you get him safely back to Tuleborg.
Yeah,
but if he had 1,000 gold,
right?
I don't know that we would have. Maybe this
Yeah.
is something that somebody could use if we aren't sure. But
Okay.
I'm actually thinking what we should have probably done is, if we didn't think we were going to be down there 2 days anyway, we probably wouldn't have brought all the food with us.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with spending my astonishing point to say that we left some behind.
Okay. So they're still there, and they haven't moved on, and they have not had any unfortunate encounters either.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Okay.
So, okay.
Then, about what time of day is it when we come out?
So by the time you guys get out, it's probably like mid-afternoon, I think.
I wander over to Two Beard and say, "So, how are we doing, Mr. Cranky?"
Cranky, you be cranky too. What have you been there so long? We almost gave up on you. I need to get back. And he kind of gestures down at his shattered legs, strapped up in those bands.
all right. Well, good news. We're going to start making progress.
That's right.
It's just this bloodied and beaten thing. What happened to you?
It's a long story.
We
I'll regale you with tales at another time.
Spiders.
All right. So, I think what little fire they've been able to build is probably out by now, because this place is suffused with everything's wet in here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to the handy dandy wilderness survival guide.
Nice.
It's so silly that I love this book so much, but I fucking love this book. It's such a great product.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, building on what we were saying there before too, like this is one of the ways where I think it really does. It makes the wilderness travel feel like a fucking appropriately dangerous and challenging. Okay, so then what we need to do, guys, is I guess first decide on whether you want to try and start a fire and do your hunting and whatever else here, or whether you wish to go somewhere that's a little more forgiving.
Dry.
Yeah, dry.
So what time of day is it, Kevin?
It is about mid-afternoon, so you've probably got an hour or so. Do you want to let's take a look at the overall map of Thule? Let's see how much progress we're making here.
Yeah.
Ooh, fun.
Okay, so untamed Thule. Where are we here? Black. There we are. So that's where you guys are, and what you have unveiled so far. Zoom in a bit. There we go. You know that it's somewhere off in this direction is where Thule is.
Mm-hmm.
So Jason's vote is that we get moving and don't stay here tonight.
Yeah. I've had enough of this place. Let's move on.
It's also wet here, which is going to make it hard for if we want to start a fire, it seems like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we could find some beast that we can take down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, let's sally forth.
Yes. Onward.
And we haven't found much of nothing in Thule.
Okay. So then I will let you make one roll for trying to discover a water source as well. So who wants to make that roll?
I'm on it.
You on it? 91.
91.
Okay.
Yep.
So once again, you set out, and it is another day of it's rolling kind of gentle hills or an undulating surface full of this mossy growth, but no meaningful water source that you find. Do you want to go this direction or this direction? This direction.
I feel like we should continue northeast.
Yeah, we need to go kind of east by northeast, so we can go northeast further.
Okay. So let's do the reveal then here. Oh boy. Remember, it was your choice. There we go. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. More tundra.
The crazy thing is that is effective.
Crazy old uncles everywhere can't be wrong. So
That's right.
all right. So let's see if this was an eventful trip or not. All right. Okay. So you guys travel along and you make your way to where you are. Let's first see about getting a campsite to see how effective the rest will be. So, who is going to keep an eye out for? Remember that what we can do is assign tasks for the different things. Someone can hunt. Someone can try and forage. Someone can try and find appropriate supplies for the water or start the fire. Someone can get the fire going, and then someone keep an eye out for a useful campsite.
Kane enjoys hunting. Kane
Yeah.
for hunting.
Yeah, Kane and I did a good job hunting.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so then why don't we do this? Let's first start with because basically what the mechanic is if you don't find a suitable site for setting a campfire or setting camp, that would be an appropriate natural shelter. You can just keep traveling. The only risk is there's another random encounter roll that's made. So let's find here we go, shelters. Who's feeling lucky to find the shelter?
Since I fail all of these rolls, we should make sure that I take the least important one.
So who would like to
are there any special backgrounds that can help with that?
No, like the thing is, and this is something I do like about it too. There are certain things like hunting can benefit from being skilled in it, but like finding like foraging and stuff like that, a certain background can help with identifying poison and shit like that, like things that are not going to be potable or edible rather, but it doesn't change the chance of actually finding the stuff.
Okay.
So for this one, no. It's a long story. That's a long way of saying no. There isn't a specific thing that will help with that. Okay, so who would like to make the roll, guys?
I'll make it. What kind of roll is it? The 100?
Percentile roll, please.
Yeah.
So Malo, you have been keeping a keen eye out as you guys have been traveling along. Do I have a handout for this stuff yet? I don't. Because I like having the that picture of the tundra. I think is pretty evocative. Good idea. It gives you a good sense of just how trackless these wastes actually are. Where is that picture? No, that's Vikings. Man, I have so many pictures of Vikings. I don't know why. All right, so let's remind ourselves what we're looking at here. So somewhere in that, you're actually able to find a bit of a depression behind one of those big moss-covered stones, and you think that will serve as an effective shelter for you.
Right, I pointed out.
Okay, so then
we should probably head for that lake in the distance.
Where's that again, Kevin?
Say again?
No, nothing.
Okay. All right, so now to find availability of fuel. So let's talk about who's doing what here. We've got, it sounds like Amar and Kane are going to take care of hunting and see if they can get some hunting done. Who wants to collect, who's going to prepare the campsite, which I guess is Malo.
I'll do that, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to get that thing ready for it. Then who wants to collect fuel for
I can do that.
You'll do that?
Reagan and I can do that.
Yep.
I can go hunting with the boys.
Yeah. So long as the availability for the fuel, here's the thing with the hunting is the more people that go on hunting, the less likely you are to be successful because of there's just more of you making noise. However, the upside to having more people with you is that if you roll a random encounter like those skellies that someone else found, then there's that. Someone can also forage if you want to. You can spend 20 minutes trying to forage in the immediate area, and that might.
Yeah, I can forage.
Yeah, because you got the gardening thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, so that is great. So the benefit there is that you will you'll have a better chance of identifying what is edible and inedible.
Okay.
Okay, so that leaves Yason. What are you doing? Anything, Yason?
I can help with the firewood.
Sure. So let's first make Reagan. You're taking charge of the collection of firewood. Let's start with that. Would you kindly give me a percentile roll?
Sure. Slash? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nice. So yes, you are able to find, in spite of the barren and there's no significant trees or anything in this region, you are able to sort of clamor together enough stuff that will burn, so you have fuel for your fire.
We also have the torch butts.
Yes, that's right. There's the bonus to getting it started. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'll say is give me 2d20, a 2d20 check, please. Stephen Fabian. Okay, cool. Thanks, Carl.
Here, 2d20.
Nice. So thanks to those things, it's a matter of like 30 seconds for you to get the fire started. It's super
right.
quick. So
Awesome.
Excellent.
you've now got a nice fire that will. It's not going to be. I'm assuming you're making a small campfire, so it's not going to be visible at a really long distance. But thanks to the shelter, it will give you a good place to cook food and to stay warm. Okay. Now let's go to the foraging. So let's see here. Would you kindly? It's Iphigenia and Yason who are making that.
No, Jason's on firewood duty.
Oh, right, he was on fire detail, right? So, Iphigenia, would you kindly give me a percentile check, please?
Okay.
Okay. So you're looking around, and I think that the 20 minutes or so you spend looking in the immediate vicinity, it's like, how can this land be so abundant in growth, but none of it is edible? So unfortunately, you find nothing that has any kind of either edible quality or medicinal quality to it. It's just, a wasted effort. Fortunately, you do not run into anything while you are doing that, though. Now, for the hunters, let's see here. Would you kindly give me, who wants to make the roll, Kane or Amar?
You do it, Kane.
Kane?
Okay.
Excuse me. So, Kane, give me a percentile check, please.
19.
Oh, that one would have been so good. Okay, so unfortunately, you guys are, you spend a couple turns looking out. Let me roll that properly. Interesting. This is why I don't play poker, is because I have horrible fucking tells. I think too much of the bullshit, unnecessary drama I do with revealing things. I used to be a big player of the Legend of Five Rings card game too, and I was fucking insufferable to play with because, I draw a card, I'm like, oh boy.
That's great.
Are you sure you don't want to give up now? Because I just drew something that is going to have absolutely no effect on this game. All right. Okay, this is awesome. So what you guys find, Jason, let's go to, first let's grab some tokens, because, oopsies, or let's accidentally create a new map, whatever. Okay, so where are our heroes here? Our heroes are, where are we? Where are we, guys? Up at the, maybe I can zoom out. I've zoomed way the fuck in. There we go. Here we go. All right, so it is Amar and Kane. Go. You guys get ourselves to the everybody's favorite Tundra battle map. Did I say everybody's? I meant nobody's. We'll delete these guys. Delete these guys. Boom. All right. Make it a little bigger here. Go. Okay, so there is Amar and Kane. So you guys have been, out and trying to follow tracks of any kind of animal, and you do find, at one point you see what is clearly a disturbance of animals making their way through, through the tracks. Guys, for the players, as a quick quiz, what kind of animal do you think lives in the tundra?
Happy cows.
Caribou.
Yeah, elk, caribou, reindeer. I guess that.
Moose.
Definitely not big bears.
Okay.
Yes, definitely not.
Giant lynx.
Ooh.
Giant lynx. Ooh, I love that suggestion.
Possibly mammoth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. If it's like a primeval type of world, not giant lynx, giant saber-toothed tigers, or cats.
Yeah, ooh, now
That's
we're
correct.
getting into the area. Like, oh yeah, these are some good ideas.
Why are we helping him?
Yeah, let's just put a pin in all the
Curious.
megafauna.
Anybody who suggested something that you would not want to be stuck in a room with, you get a point of astonishing fortune.
That's fair.
Well, a mammoth would
We're
be
gonna
so
need
big
it.
that
Yeah, mammoth you would not want to be stuck in the room with. Okay,
Oh shit.
so let's
yes, exactly.
roll distance here. Okay. Ooh, it's pretty fucking close. So you actually, let's see here. Each of these squares is 5 feet.
Okay.
10, 20, 30, 40. All right. So you guys are making your way along here. There is what you can see on the map there up ahead is like a bluff. And then what seems to have come around that corner, you see what you think is an animal that comes around that corner. And you think like, all right, this is it. You guys have that, that wordless communication that you guys have built up from the, several days that you guys have been traveling together. And you are sort of, like, this is what we will, I'm trying to find the stats for the thing that I want here. Where can I find Aboleth?
In the water,
Just kidding.
not the tundra.
All right. So you see up ahead, there is something that sort of pokes its way around the corner. It seems kind of furry, and it looks, to be honest, like a bobcat. And both of you are like, oh, excellent. And you begin to draw your I think I know Amar's got a spear. Kane, what do you have as a ranged weapon? Is it a crossbow?
Colin.
I actually have a cross.
Sorry, I was muted.
So do I.
I got a short bow.
Short bow. Okay, great. So you got your short bow out. And so you draw the short bow up, and then that's when you notice that there's actually a couple of these things that come around the corner. And you realize, oops, boom.
Whoops.
Boom. You're like, oh, we are going to eat well tonight. But then you notice that one of these things, its head is hanging at a really weird angle. And then you notice the sort of modeling and patchiness around on these things. And these are not living animals. However, they do definitely seem to have smelled you. Guys, first thing we're going to do to reflect your surprise or your shock at seeing these horrible little things is who wants to roll for surprise? It'll be either you'll do it, Kate. Go ahead. So a D6. Nice, not surprised. So let's have Amar and Kane declare actions, and then one of you guys will be in charge of initiatizing. These things are going to obviously melee.
Yeah, so they've got to move up close to us. Do you want to go ahead and try and fire our ranged weapons first?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Good idea. So, missile.
All right, missile. Okay, so
and where are we, Kev?
you guys are back this is while you guys are sort of occupied with collecting firewood or getting camp ready. This is all happening kind of, simultaneously.
All right.
I mean, just like last time, what I'm going to do mechanically is they could scream for help, and then I'll roll like a D6 and see how many turns it takes for you guys to come over.
Yeah.
Okay, so missile, great. Then who is going to initiatize? I guess Amar rolled for...
Yeah, I rolled
Yeah,
for surprise.
no, I'll roll.
Okay, beat my 5.
Bang.
Yes, nice.
Good job.
That'll do it. Okay, so these things sort of like... They start to scampering towards, and they're only about like maybe 2 feet long, but they seem to be made of only sharp ends. So,
wow.
Okay, who wants to make the attack then?
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
You guys are up first. So, actually, hold on. Melee goes first before missile, and they have a movement. Oh boy! So these things come scampering towards you. First 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, and then they're out of move. So these things are sort of like just on the verge of getting to you when you're able to make your missile attacks. Go ahead, guys.
So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and target that one.
Okay.
And crossbow.
Boom! It hits this thing, and the bolt carries it forward, and it's not moving anymore.
Sweet.
Kane.
I'll just shoot the nearest one.
Okay. Another one down. All right.
Pause for a second, because Kane, do you have your bow mastered with weapon mastery?
Yep.
Okay, then you get 2 shots.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
That's right, because and this is man, one of my favorite little flourishes in this game is the planting arrows thing.
Yeah.
Double your attack. That's so cool.
So I shoot again at another one.
Okay. That one goes wild.
No.
Once again, a little over anxious.
Yeah.
And you probably scream something out at them.
Yes.
Fear me, cats! Oh boy. So hits the
Zombie cats.
fallen wood back here. Thunk. I guess it's not
Hey,
wood. You can use that.
Hey, Kev, where's your zombie growl?
Yeah. I know. Okay. All right. So then that is the end of the round, guys. So next round, these things are going to. I know what they're doing. What are you guys going to do for next round?
Do my full melee.
Somebody's got a pretty new hammer that they have yet to try.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Millie. Okay. All right, guys. So let's see here. You've been successful thus far, Colin. See if you can beat my 1.
I shall try.
Here we go. Big money.
Boom.
Nice. 4. All right. So you guys are up first. You can obviously move the 10 as part of your attack. You can move in and whack these things.
Yep.
So yeah, Mars going to move in here and attack that one.
Nice. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Cestus. And
That is an AC 5 is good enough.
Good.
Wow. So you lash out, and boom, one is down. You spin over this one that sort of claws at you, and you come down and bam, hit a second one. 2 more of these cats will trouble you no longer.
Nice.
Kane.
Boom.
Whoa.
Oh.
Big swing, but unfortunately goes a little wide.
Curse this.
Now, I'm looking. Yeah, actually, I mean, you've got the Astonishing Fortune if you wanted to re-roll that, but I mean, it is a zombie cat, so I'll leave it to you to decide.
What about
I've got another attack,
these
and
are lesser foes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. I'll do my lesser foe thing. That was just finding the range there.
Yeah, it was a practice swing.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. So that one, what does it look like as you once again put this undead cat into its final rest?
I reckon I just sort of like swung by and then like looped it up again and just got it under the chin and flicked it up lifeless into the air kind of thing.
Yeah. So it flies up and then falls down in a wet kind of thump.
Yeah.
Not rising any longer. So, yeah. So apparently there's zombie cats in Thule.
Yeah.
So that is... have you guys... I know you guys had encountered the risen dead before. Have you guys encountered any undead animals thus far?
Yeah, we encountered undead dogs.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, but those were in that tomb, though, right?
No, we also encountered some in the wild.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What kind of cursed place is this where there are, this place seems to be replete with, necromantic animals, but no actual prey?
Right.
Well, clearly the gods have turned their back on this place.
That's right.
This is...
All right. So unfortunately, you do come back from that evening's hunt empty-handed. Fortunately, you do come back to a roaring fire, and you do have those other provisions from the bear hunt. Now, how many provisions do you have left? I know you had 19, then you used up, I think, 9 of them to feed everybody plus Eagle plus Gormal Two Beards, which would have brought you down to 10. And then you guys left. So I think you've only got 1 ration left right now.
No, I think we have, because we used the 9 of them as our food when we slept, when we rested in the cave.
Right, but that was the second day of resting with everyone in the party, and you only had 19 when you first met up with them.
Yes.
So 2 days of that means it would have been 18 rations that would have been right. So there's one. Yeah, so we have 1 ration left right now. Who is going to get that?
I mean, the most hurt among us.
Yeah, that's what I was
Jason. Yeah.
Okay. So fortunately, you are able to get a good night's sleep, and let me just switch books over here. And I believe you roll, what is it, your hit dice, and you get that many hit points back from a good night's rest. Each of you guys can roll. For Kane, it's a D10 plus 1. And then D10 for Malo plus whatever your con modifier is. D8 for Amar. D8 for Reagan. D10 for Iphigenia. And a D10, I think, or is it D12 for Yason?
It's a D12 for Yason.
D12 for Yason.
Actually, and for Malo, I'm a D8, not a D10.
Oh, is it D8? Oh, right.
Yes.
You guys are both
Warlocks.
Oh, Warlocks.
I'll take it.
D8 for Warlocks.
Nice. Okay. All right, so you guys can go ahead and add that to your. I think Iphigenia's back at full health again now, so that's good. Reagan, are you back at full?
I am, yes, because I only got half on this round, so I am at full.
Good stuff. Okay, so then I guess the only Malo I think is back to full.
Close.
No, close. Okay, someone give me a D6 roll. Well, yeah, this will be for Preda.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, except I didn't.
So Preda's a little less banged up.
Balo said he got it before I rolled.
Oh.
Okay. Jason's got 10 hit dice. Nice. Okay. So you're a little better. Now, morning comes. You guys can go hunting again in the morning? As you do
Can we, rather than hunting, elect to forced march?
So to force march, it will. Let me think here.
Jason, why do you want to force march to try to get to Tuleborg?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I think we might be close enough to book it and try to get to Tuleborg.
I see.
But I don't know for certain. I'm just thinking our odds of finding food out here. We found it once, but they're kind of low if all of the life is necromantic.
I mean, you guys have found, because there was that massive elk I think you guys found before.
Yeah.
Yes, we have found food before.
Yeah,
but I'm just thinking our odds might not be great.
Yeah,
of finding it again.
Who ate the meat as well?
Yason.
Yason did. Yason.
Contest or something like that?
It's going to be a saving throw, please. Yeah.
Saving throw of what kind?
Poison.
Poison.
Yeah.
Ooh. Can I astonishing fortune that?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Roll it again.
Yeah. No. You'll just automatically succeed because it would have been quite deleterious. So whatever you ate, it distinctly disagreed with you. Apart from, some like role playing of your character being green at the gills, you don't take any mechanical penalty, but that bear meat seems to have distinctly gone off. And it was, I imagine it's one of those things where like you started scarfing it down and then you're about 2/3 your way through. You're like,
This don't taste so good.
Yeah. All right. So, but fortunately, I guess the upside to having eaten all that stuff is there's very little of it that is potentially contaminated. So that's good.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So then let's look back at our map. So if no one is going to, how long
does it take us when we do a hunt? Is that an all-day activity?
No. Hunt is just you can always do like while you're sort of like breaking camp and putting out the fire and stuff like that and getting ready, you're able to go hunting first thing in the morning.
So what if we did that and then we could talk about doing a forced march? Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
So someone give me a percentile check. Whoever is going hunting, give me a percentile check again, please.
Who's going?
Probably Kane and Amar again.
So mechanically, guys, it's of every extra person who goes hunting, it's 5% less. So it is a pretty substantial penalty for. I mean, you guys could also break up, I guess. Okay. Oh, Amar. Okay, so again,
that's what he rolled.
That's what he rolled. So the morning's hunt is, boy, like you think of the. Are you from Kashmir? Is that where your character is from?
More the Punjab region, yeah.
Oh, Punjab. Okay, so yeah, you think of the the rolling and verdant hills of the Punjab, and that just teems with life. Like you're feeling definitely that you had not really appreciated what the bounty that was on offer from your homeland. Because in this thing, like it's an hour or two in the pale gray of dawn that you spend hunting and nothing comes of it. So you come back again, an empty belly. So everyone has gone now 1 day without food, but you have used up now a day of water as well. So you guys are good for that.
Okay.
How many extra days or extra rations of water do you guys have on you now? Is it one spare?
I think it's one because we have one that's full of poison, one that's full of mead, and one that's full of water. Or not full of mead. It's got a little bit of mead left after Jason
we all filled our.
So as you guys are
all filled our skins, right?
Someone says, "Yeah, we've got that one of mead," and then Jason belches and says, "No,
not so much."
All right. So, what direction do we wish to head, guys? This way, or this way?
So, looking at the map, what we need to do is we need to head kind of north by northeast. So my idea is that we head east until we hit the coast, and then we follow the coast to Tuleborg.
Sounds good. We might be able to fish. We might be able to fish as well.
We might be able to fish in the evenings or in the mornings. That's true.
Yeah.
So let's see how far you get. So we move here, and let's see what is to be found in that hex. I really do appreciate you guys going blindly out. Should we reconnoiter this? Fuck no. Let's go forward. So what you find, more trackless stretches of tundra. And in the course of doing this too, why don't someone give me whoever's keeping an eye out for water, whoever was rolling for that, give me that percentile check.
I will do it.
Okay. 99. Oh, okay. It's a good thing there's no crit failures.
Yep.
This stinking bog seems completely safe to drink.
Because I've got all that meat in me.
You get several miles under your belt. The sun, pale through the thin cloud cover above you, seems to be shining down. Where do you wish to go next, guys? Straight
Should
east?
we continue east?
Let's do
it. The original map, just to if we have any idea if we could have possibly passed it.
Let's see here. Do we not have?
We have not passed Tuleborg. Okay. It's definitely further
it's more
on.
to the north. Yeah.
Okay. So you forge forward. Another hex. So as the day grows longer, you continue making your way through the sprawling wastes that seem to have no end to them. The wind howling in your ears. And you find nothing to distinguish these trackless miles from any of the others you've passed thus far. Because you were pushing on, here's what I'm going to get you to do: is everybody give me a strength or constitution check. Whatever is actually no. I'm going to make a constitution for this one. This isn't hunger that you're facing off against. This is just pushing yourself on. We'll see whether you're going to need some extra sleep here. Everyone, give me a constitution test, please.
A test. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay. Okay. So it seems that your travails in that cave of mists does seem to be weighing fairly heavily on you. So there's a Malo and Yason. You guys are sort of, you can picture that at this point of the day, you're forging forward, you're stomping along, and you're saying, come on, let's go, let's go.
Mhm.
And the rest of the party is definitely falling behind. And no doubt part of that is because Eagle is dragging Captain, Gormal on that, or he's not, he's carrying him because that's right, there wasn't enough wood to be able to make a travois. Or Travois, and it's you haven't eaten properly. You're out of water. I think you guys are going to have to take a rest rather than forge on.
Yason, this is too much. I cannot press on.
I guess we'll have to make camp here.
So then, Malo, why don't you you are in charge of the campsite. Give me a roll for finding an appropriate shelter.
Okay.
Jason's going to turn to Reagan and ask, with our last water skin, could we use your reinvigorating mead?
We can, yes.
I don't know if that would help, but that seems like that might be a good thing to do to strengthen us for the journey if we're going to be running out of food and water.
Yes, I believe that would work. Yes.
Okay. So then, let's see. We'll make our. I'm going to assume you guys, until you tell me otherwise, that you guys are just going to carry on with the same roles as you travel. So then,
Yeah.
Genia, why don't you give me a check for foraging? So close. So that is very, very close to what you need. Unfortunately, you're unable to find anything edible, anything of medicinal value. Reagan and Yason, give me a check for finding fuel.
Both together?
Just one of you guys, please.
Jason is already typing, so...
Oh, yep. I'll do it.
Okay. Oh, it's so close as well.
31, 30.
So you guys actually do not find, you're not able to find any anything that will. Everything's so soaked here and cold. You do have shelter from the wind. Amar and Kane, are you guys both going hunting, or only one of you?
I'm thinking we should split up and fan out.
Yeah.
So if you're going to actually fan out, you will have to sort of move fairly far away so that you're not actually covering the same.
Yeah,
area.
we're going opposite directions, sort of.
Yeah.
Thing.
Okay. So let me see here. I think what I'll do is then where is it here? So yeah, I'm going to set you guys as fairly separately apart. So why don't each of you make a hunting check for me? So give me a percentile roll, and I'm rolling for random encounters for each of you guys.
I got a 15.
Excellent. And how does Kane do? So a percentile check, please.
Oh no,
96. No. However, Amar, you do find something. Give me a D6 roll, please.
Okay.
4. Okay. All right. So actually, you do come across two. I think they're two small, like scrub deer. So they're shaggy. They've got like a tan coloring to them. They've got the kind of like that shaggy coat you see on like elk in the winter. But they're very small. Like they're about the size of a man. So then what you're going to do is right. So if an attack is possible, then I need you to roll a d10 for me, please.
Okay.
Okay, so this will tell us whether or not you have succeeded in taking down one of these things. A medium-sized creature, I think, takes... Let's see here. All right. So this actually takes 2 hits to take down a medium-sized creature. If you were trained, answering the question about professions, if you have something that would be reflective of hunting, you double the amount of hits that counted per per hit. Does Amar have any profession that would relate to that?
No, he's just a fisherman.
He's just a fisherman. Okay, so you're like, I'll hit it in the gills. Okay, so does Amar have more than just the spear?
Yeah, he's got a crossbow.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So then what I'll do is I'm going to make another roll. You make another D10 roll. Let's see if you can get a second shot off on this thing to take it down. Okay. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Nice. 1 hits. This thing squeals, and one of them goes like bolting off. The other one, you did hit it in the like front leg, the foreleg. So it's sort of limping. You're able to reload that crossbow. Another hit, and poof, it goes down. Guys, you have some meat.
That's great. Great work, Amar.
So while you do, but unfortunately, you have no fire.
Yep.
Well,
we can carry it with us.
What I'll let you guys do, if you want to expand the search, so the 2 people who were not like tanked out was Yason and Malo.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys? I will make a separate roll. Now the trouble is, here's the risk reward thing from this. You can try and expand the search out to go further, just like the hunters did, but it means that the rest of the party's not going to be able to come to your rescue.
Okay.
I think it's worth the risk.
Yes. Okay, so then kindly give me another percentile roll. Let's see if you can find things that go burn.
God damn it.
Oh. Anybody have any astonishing fortune points left?
I have a point of astonishing.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Do you want to re-roll that?
I'll re-roll it.
Okay.
And
Nice.
Nice. Awesome.
Somebody found some firewood. So there you go. Now, coming back, give me a 2d20 roll. Oh, I got to roll for random encounters while you're collecting that stuff. And still nothing. Boy, the old random encounter well has gone dry for me.
Good.
2d20. I got double ones.
Double one. So once again, building on Preda's good idea too. You sort of like grind together the remnants of those burned torches from the Cave of Mists, and it's like a matter of 20 seconds before you got this nice roaring fire before you.
Awesome.
Now, the amount of meat that you're able to get out of a medium-sized creature is, where is it here? There is one level of verisimilitude that I will not be employing, which is meat spoilage.
Mm-hmm.
Because that just seems cruel and an unnecessary bit of...
So what happened to that bear?
Exactly. That was magical spoilage. That was... you can blame whatever those the other ones, the old ones that created the Stirges and the Blutterflies. Okay, we are now 2 days out from that. Kane, unfortunately, your Blutterflies, alas, are all dead.
I will.
You do have that lovely bear skin, though. So there is that. All right, where is it here? Natural hazards. You guys want an earthquake? That'll shake things up, right?
Literally.
But bum. Oh man.
Was it how much pun damage do you take?
That's right.
Exactly. More pun damage. Okay, so I think one of my goals between now and next session is that I'll type up these rules for you guys so you know what like what you're actually rolling for and what your chances of success are. Because I do have them all written up, but I just haven't actually put them down to digital pen to digital paper yet.
Cool.
Okay. Where on earth is it? Oh, dang. Because a large one yield you a shit ton of food. I know that.
Yeah.
I feel like I am experiencing what it would be like to be out on a frozen tundra with a constant wind that might drive you completely insane.
Oh yeah, it is. Like I've been on. I worked for a season in a mountain resort, and like I've never been as cold in my life as one day we had it was like a unseasonably cold spring wind, and I was incredibly not dressed for it. I've jumped into water before that's been like spring runoff from melt, and that was pretty fucking cold. But it's nothing compared to that wind. That wind just cuts right through you. And also the sound of it too.
And the constant droning of it is like
it never ends.
Maddening.
Okay. Port shelter. So I know there's a table that I was looking at before that had the amount. Is there a glossary in here?
Yeah, because you used it for the last thing.
Yeah. Where the heck is it here? This, I'm sure, is fucking edge of your seat thrilling for both players and the viewers at home. What faces will Kev make while he's trying to find a table in this book? I wonder.
Stay tuned, folks.
As the saying
what will
goes,
happen next?
We'll be right back with a stunning conclusion.
Yes. You get the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. All right. Oh God.
Is this the Wilderness Survival Guide, Kev, that you're looking at?
It is, yeah.
Because I have a searchable. I bought the PDF of it.
Oh, okay. So
what should I search for? Or is there something that?
Good question.
You don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember what the table actually says. So I'm in the area. So there's the tables because there is one that talks about, whether it compares whether you spend time preparing it as to how much you get.
Yeah.
Versus whether here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was either like we just grab something quickly and stuff it, or whether we spent some hours preparing it. And
so it's not an actual. Okay, here we go. All right, so I found it. It's not a table; it's above a table.
Mm-hmm.
So I am, George, if you got a copy, I'm on page 58 here. So consuming and carrying food. One size M animal is enough to feed 3 characters for 1 day, but those numbers are assuming that you're not spending time like butchering and whatever else the animal. Something that's large could actually get at least 20 full rations, which is what we did last time. So I'm going to assume that on those numbers that you could probably get, I'm going to say 8 rations out of 1 medium-sized animal. If you but that would be spending the full day boning, like deboning and flensing and whatever else, like getting every last scrap of meat off of this thing. So do you guys want to just make 3 meals out of this, or do you want to spend a full day getting, as much as you can out of this? What do you think?
Well, to do that, because we'll lose as much as we gain, won't we?
Yeah, especially without water, I don't think we can afford to wait that long.
Agreed.
Okay. So then that leads to the difficult Sophie's choice question of who are the 3 who are going to eat then? We know Jason. This is going to be the first day without food for him.
Yeah.
I would say go in the order of who's wounded the most.
Hit points.
Which I can't see at the moment.
Who's our water finder? You to get one more roll. Yeah, because
I can do that.
Yeah, 2 checks per day.
Nope.
No water. Sorry. All right. So, this is day 2 without water.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now, somebody said, though, that we had one wineskin that we could use for the ale horn.
Yeah. We have 1 water skin left, one day's worth of water for 1 person left.
So
Jason's suggestion was that we could use it for the special magical ale horn, and that might give us the edge to keep pressing.
I got 2 water skins though.
You got 2.
Yeah.
Oh, so Kane also has some water.
No, I filled them up at the at that underground lake.
Yeah, and one of those would have been used. I think it was because of the amount of amount of party members that you have, because you've got 9 right now that need food and water.
Yeah. And we have 1 water skin with poison if we decide that that's the way to go.
End it all.
Exactly. Then there were 7.
Yeah, well, we'll save that one just in case we get lost, and
Yeah.
Okay. So
and then we will be like those dead guys in the cave with this big load of gold. And
That's
Yeah, we're carrying a shitload of gold.
did I not tell you guys this is actually the prequel to the prequel?
exactly.
It'll be Reagan's daughter who carries on.
Right.
Okay, so who is going to be? This will be the second day without water, which means that tomorrow you will start taking have to start making checks to avoid taking penalties.
okay.
So for food, who has low hit points? Jason doesn't need food.
The checks to that come from lack of food. So you don't start making checks for no food until you hit 5 days without food.
Okay.
Okay. So there is some cushion there, and then it's strength or constitution checks, whichever one's better.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
anyone who is deficient in those areas,
I'm
someone-
okay.
So I'm going to say we should give 1 ration to Prada because she has the special ability to purify food. And that might be useful if we get into this sort of situation again.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. That's a good point. You know what? So Prada has those abilities. There were 5 of those
Zombie thing.
dead lynxes. Yeah. That's 5 rations.
Okay.
So if she used that spell, because I think Hobbs would have been clever enough to do that. So you guys would have had 5 people would have eaten yesterday. So let's say there's 8 in total. And then there was one. Oh, and that one was eaten yesterday. So I guess the question is from yesterday and today. Wait, here. Let me back up. So knowing the canny players that you were like, you know what? No, we're going to purify this stuff. We'll wait a day and see if we can find more meat.
Yeah, exactly.
That was clever of us.
We'll spread it around. So which of everyone? I'm just going to assume it's Eagle who goes without food.
Yeah.
That's easier.
Yes.
Okay, so Eagle has no food today, which starts the clock running for him for days without food because he's actually 3 days without food now.
I will give Eagle my ration because my honor won't stand for that.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So then Eagle starting the clock back at 5. You are at 2 right now. You're 2 days without food, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Kane takes it upon himself to be selfless, and part of that also is he doesn't want to eat undead cat. So
It's understandable.
80% altruism, 20% ick. Let's
And it has been ensorcelled.
yeah,
Well,
that's
that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, doubly ensorcelled. All right, then. So then what we need to do is, oh boy. So the start of the next day, we have day 2 for everyone without, no, tomorrow will be the day without water. It's the first day without water. All right. So it is doubly important to find water today.
Yeah.
Let me make random encounters for overnight as well. Let's see. Oh boy.
He just drew a card from his Legend of Five Rings deck.
Whatever the opposite of a poker face is. That is not. Okay. Man. Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh boy.
Oh, great.
Okay. So.
Is this at the end of the night? Do we get to heal up?
Yes, you guys will definitely get a day to heal. So everyone who is injured, go ahead and make those checks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jason, a nice night around a heavy fire.
Yes.
And again, I'm assuming as well that you guys are keeping watch. We're not going to keep asking. You guys are veteran enough D&D players. I'm assuming that if I need to make a random encounter over the night, I'll just roll and see who's on watch.
Yes.
That's fair. Okay. So then it is about, let's see who is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to assume that Prada is not going to take part in this because.
Yeah.
Oh, Reagan, man, you're getting the best of all things. So Reagan, you are you're on watch, and we'll say that this is. Let me think here, and I'm going to roll to see what sort of stage of the night. Oh, it's right near the end. So you're one of the last ones on watch. You're sitting around the campfire. Once again, you found this kind of like, a little depression that's sheltered by a, by the boulder. And you feel you're sort of watching off in the darkness. You can see the very faintest indication that the sun is going to be coming up in the east, which is weird for you too, right? Like this, even the sun in Thule seems so weird compared to the rest of Hyperborea. Because remember, Hyperborea only really has the sun that kind of skirts around the horizon. That is not the case here. You get your full days here. So you can see that that strange and alien sun is beginning to make itself manifest on the eastern horizon by virtue of kind of a hazy gray. And then you feel like a cold wetness on your face, and you look up, and there is a heavy snowfall that is coming down. And in the course of the next 10-15 minutes, the winds begin to pick up. And in the event that you found the sound of the howling wind maddening before, it seems as if you have a new benchmark for that. Because this is what you wake to.
Oh, good grief.
Okay.
And along with this comes this blowing, heavy snowfall. And you're staring out, and you realize that this must have been going on for some time, because there's about a foot of snow everywhere you're looking right now, Reagan, and this continues to sort of build up and build up. The reason that I was so pleased at the random encounter, guys, is because I rolled Freak Blizzard.
That's awesome.
Well, but snow means water.
Yeah, exactly.
Water.
Yes.
So we'll get our water.
We'll take it.
Because what's going to be fun is you collected enough fuel for your fire last night. So it'll be interesting to see you guys collecting fuel in a blizzard. And looking at the time and knowing what the challenges will present for this blizzard, I think that our scene ends with the sun coming up completely shrouded in this haze of white, and you're looking around, and the small little area that you've managed to keep yourself secure is only part, not completely shrouded in white. It seems as if this entire landscape has been swallowed up, and with the howling wind and the blowing, stinging snow, you find yourself asking, when will this end? Because there certainly is no end in sight. What does this mean for our brave Hyperborean heroes? Well, we'll find out
Next time.
in 2 weeks' time.
There we go. Excellent.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Okay, so,
Love it.
some XP here, guys.
Cool.
And
Glad I got that bear skin.
That's right.
Yeah, no
You're gonna
kidding.
need it.
That's great. You did spend the time treating for that thing as well, too. So that is appropriate. All right. So let's see here. First off, you guys, why don't you guys put in chat how many points of astonishing fortune you have left over?
Kevin, if you're actually serious about the 1 point for dangerous animal we suggested, I have 1, otherwise 0.
Oh, oh yeah. I wasn't kidding about that. No, you guys genuinely, if you're offering me suggestions that will harm you guys, you for sure get that.
Okay, great.
Okay, 1, 2. Amar made an attack on me.
Wait, what? What did I click on? How did that happen?
1, 2,
Oh, my.
4.
He's sitting in a chair, so he's probably flat-footed.
I didn't wait. I actually have a player who has chainmail, who has worn chainmail in sessions.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dedication.
5 in his sessions. My Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea shirt offers no bonuses to AC.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, so we also faced off against some undead cats, which was challenging. Because boy, with those things, the diseased mouths and claws that those things had would have made for some interesting developments. But no fun for Kev today because you guys smashed all my kitties.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, for that. All right. And we're going to get a XP reward for having completed the Cave of Mists, and we uncovered 1, 2, 3 hexes today. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's more XP. So it's not a windfall today, guys. 700, 850, 9.
But we lived another day, so
We did live to fight another day, and that is true. Okay, so let's see.
I will go up and third level.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's true. You will.
For sure. Yeah,
You know, it's
for
gonna
sure,
be
Regan will
one. You're gonna be 1 point shy of it. You know that, right?
Yeah, 81 XP today.
Yeah, exactly.
149 XP each. That is before you apply your XP modifier.
George,
Yes.
I believe that I have been gaining XP at the same rate as your guy.
Yes.
However,
So
I was just going to say, I think my record hasn't got last session on.
Well, what I have total, including today, if you have a 10% XP bonus, is 6599.
Yeah. I was on 2792, so.
Oh yeah, that's
I don't
definitely good.
trust mine. I am terrible for keeping track of that shit.
Did you say 6559?
6599.
Oh, 99. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Holy shit.
And how much did we get again today? 149 or 140?
149.
149.
And then plus your XP bonus. So, Colin, because you're the only one without the book, you're actually only about 1,500 off from your next level, 1,400 off from your next level.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are making your way along. Cool. Okay, I'm going to get out of the game here, and I'll commence mit the outro. Okay, and I'll stop sharing screens. Boom. All right. So for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session 5 of our ongoing campaign playing Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. Our heroes do seem to be free of the Cave of Mists, but I guess they'd have to question whether they were safer within than without. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session or the game, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below. or you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, or you can shoot me an email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com. As well, if you enjoy the session and you don't want to miss any future ones, please hit the subscribe button on the channel. And if you want to be notified when we're having our live sessions, click on the bell icon, and that will send you a reminder whenever we go live with any of our games. As well, you'll see that there is a link in the description of the video to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign that we're running on the channel. This is something that benefits the very good SOS Children's Villages International charity, something that helps children living in really difficult circumstances, both by providing direct benefits for the kids to help them in the circumstances that they find themselves, as well as advocating for them on a broader basis, both in North America and elsewhere in the world. If you enjoyed the session, if you enjoy the content on the channel, I just ask that you consider clicking through and learning a little more about the Heroes Save Villages campaign and some of the different rewards that we have for donors. Any money that's donated to the campaign goes directly to assist the people at SOS Children's Villages International doing the very good work they do. None of it gets eaten up by bureaucracy, and none of it gets eaten up by the channel. It all goes to help them doing the very good work that they're doing. That's obviously not an obligation. I just ask that you consider clicking through and learning a little more about Heroes Save Villages and the SOS Children's Villages International channel or charity. Last but certainly not least, I want to thank my players for getting up early or sticking around late in Colin's case. So Arlen, Colin, George, Carl, Robert, and Will, thank you so much for playing today, guys. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Kevin. That was
Cheers.
awesome.
Yeah,
I look forward to inflicting some true Canadian weather on you guys. So, this will be
Most horrifying
awesome.
thing we faced.
Exactly.
Yeah. Polar vortex.
Oh, exactly. So until next time, for those listening at home, thanks again for watching. And until next time, happy gaming.